the stores.
Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. It's Thursday, May 11th, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the NHL playoffs, the West second round, Game 5, series tied 2-2. Seattle Kraken versus the Dallas Stars. Live reactions and watch party with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. So we are just wrapping up on TNT. The Devils, New Jersey and Carolina going at it. We're tied at 2-2. And then I believe New Jersey is down in the series. Is it 3-1? That Carolina is up 3-1. So obviously a pressure-packed matchup. And then obviously we got some NBA action on right now as well. I saw that Jaylen Brown went down with a little bit of a knee. That one is 3-2. Sixers lead the series, and they're up by 2 points, 73-71 at the end of the third quarter. So this could literally be Boston's last game of the year. I'm very concerned about Jaylen Brown, too, because if that knee or anything is wrong with that, I mean, what are the chances that they can even win it all without Jaylen Brown? Probably 0%. So right now, Carolina leads the series 3-1. And we are knotted up here at 2 with a few minutes left. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Let's go over some of the things that I have prepped here. Ooh, I had to get Jordan Eberle. I had to get him on the thumb today. Let's go. And we got Joe, because we already know what Joe does. And let's go through some of the stuff we got here. We got Oliver Bjorkstrand. I'll get a few more different new ones up today as well. We got a few of Maddie, Jordan Eberle, and plenty of Gru. And we'll see what kind of game that we have today. It's not going to be easy. I would assume most people think the Stars will win today. You know, if Seattle wants to be able to win the series, obviously winning this game would be awesome and you know, pretty crucial if you could win this game, go up 3-2, go back to Seattle, and then win in 6. But, you know, the way that Seattle has played, even if we stole this one today, Dallas could probably steal one in Seattle. And we'd have to go to Game 7 anyways. So it just kind of feels like it might be a Game 7 type of series regardless if Dallas or Seattle wins today, obviously for this matchup in Game 5 or Game 6. But if Seattle does, you know, pull it off tonight, it would put them in the best position overall to win the series, besides losing tonight, winning in Seattle, and then winning in Dallas in Game 7. Those are going to be the two scenarios that Seattle has. So if they can get the win today, obviously that'll give them the confidence to get the series over with. But that doesn't mean that once we go back to Seattle, if we're up 3-2, that we're going to win Game 6. Dallas can easily win a game on the road and force Game 7. These are two very equally matched teams. So I don't really know what's going to happen. I hope Seattle can find a way, but it wouldn't really surprise me if, you know, Dallas ends up winning the series. And if they do, they would be the first team in the series to win 2 games in a row. And then it would go back to Seattle, backs against the wall. We'd have to win, obviously, Game 6 to force Game 7, and Game 7 would be in Dallas. So really everything is kind of against Seattle. But if you wanted the best case scenario, if they could do it, is win today, win in Seattle in Game 6, series over. But do we really think that's going to happen? I want to say that could be a really high possibility, but honestly, I feel that Seattle winning in Game 7 would probably be the way that it ends up happening if Seattle were to win it all. I just don't think that we're going to be able to win 2 games in a row, you know, especially this one in Dallas. It's going to be very difficult with the crowd. You know, it's obviously a lot on the line, and I think Dallas knows that this is a must-win game for them, because if they lose this and go back to Seattle with the pressure on, not a good look. So if we lose tonight, then it's a must-win game for us in Game 6 for the Kraken. So obviously more pressure, I feel, on Dallas tonight, but they're at home, and they know if they go up 3-2, they have a, you know, fantastic chance of winning the series. But again, someone is going to have to win 2 games in a row. Is it going to be Dallas? Is it going to be Seattle? What team does that, you know, might end up determining the series overall. We lose tonight, we might win Game 6 and 7, right? We win tonight, maybe lose Game 6, win Game 7 on the road. I don't know. But obviously that Avalanche series went 7, and it took everything that we needed to be able to get there. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Odin's son in the building. I'm watching right now. 2:30 left. I'm rooting for you. You're down 3-1. You don't want your season to be over with. So, ooh, good save there to get that out of there. Let's go, baby. Carolina leads 3-1. Odin's son wants another game opportunity to be able to keep moving along. And I feel you. $7 dono from my boy. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Things have been pretty challenging, in the last 5 months. So anything, obviously, on that side is going to be very much appreciated. Bang, bang. $7 holla. 93 to go to hit the first goal, and then we'll go from there. Final 4 minutes of the Devil Canes game 5, baby. Let's go. Sarah's in the building. How are you? Yes, it means a lot. Thank you so much. Sarah with a $5. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $5 holla. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You guys let me know what you guys want to see at some point, and I'll be able to put that up. And again, we got 1:57 left in the third period of the New Jersey and Carolina matchup. Carolina's up 3-1 in the series. Must-win game for the Devils and Odin's son. Not necessarily a must-win game for Carolina. $12 in donos. Let's get to a hundo. Let's do it. Yeah, and I imagine closer to that event, they may even go up in price at that. Obviously a lot of the Chiefs matchups, from here on out, with everything that they've accomplished with Super Bowls and success with Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Travis Kelce, those are going to be a very expensive seat probably anywhere, whether you see the Chiefs on the road or if you see the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Oh, yeah? Nice. Week 15. Nice. Yeah, you got to turn it on, bro. If right now we're at 1:30 left. It feels like it's going to go OT. Finley in the building. How are you? What's good? And anyone that can help me out on that Twitter side would be helpful as well. Sarah usually does that, as well as Cyberpunk and typically a few others. So thank you. I appreciate that. Dusk in the building. What to do? What's good? How are you? And like I said, I'm never going to be a bandwagon fan. I'm not going to be one of these talking heads that screams and yells and has horrible takes. And obviously, even though, I love the Kraken and I know, that they have a chance tonight, but it really is going to take probably the best effort that they have had in this series overall to win this game. Kind of like what we had in game 3 when we were at home in Seattle. We're going to have a performance like that because I don't know how, honestly, we're going to win this matchup tonight. Like, I know we can, but again, even if we were able to have the magnificent performance and then Kraken fans get cocky and think we're winning in 6, it's going back to Seattle, it's over in 6. The knowing of the way the sports gods work, if we were to steal this game in Dallas, Seattle would probably lose at home on game 6, just based on Dallas having their backs against the wall and whatnot. I mean, I've seen this scenario happen many, many times. And again, we were the underdog. We're not the favorite, in the series. So I hope we win tonight, but I don't know. My vibe kind of tells me Dallas is going to win, just me being honest and just being, humble about it. And then I could see us winning game 6 in Seattle. And then game 7 is really where it's at, where it's 50-50. And again, winning on the road is going to be difficult, but it's not like we haven't done it before in that Avalanche series. So, it feels like a 7-game series to me, not a 6-game series. And obviously I would hate for Dallas, it's going to OT, Odin's son, 2-2. I would hate it for Dallas to win tonight, beat our ass. We lose like 6-2. And then they come to Seattle. It's a must-win game for us. And we play like shit at home. And then the series is over in game 6. So I don't want that to happen. But again, this is sports. I think Seattle still can keep fighting. But obviously, whoever wins 2 out of the last 3 is going to be moving on against the Vegas Golden Knights or the Edmonton Oilers. And hell, I hope it's Seattle. Let's go. And I got a chance, with the donations that we had last night. I was able to take Paisley to the groomer, got her nails trimmed, obviously got them dremeled. And then they have like a self-wash station. And I'm going to wash her better than someone that I don't know washing her. So I usually use like 4 or 5 of the different shampoos. It's like the blue and then the flea and all the different options they have to make sure that you cover everything. Because I mean, if I'm already going to be paying like $30, at like a groomer for the nail trim and the wash and all the supplies and everything I'm going to use, why would I wash her just with like one shampoo when they have like 4 available? Of course, I'm going to use everything. I want to make sure that she's so fresh and so clean. So, and it's not like I get to take her to the groomer to do this every couple days. It's usually every 2 to 4 weeks that you take her in to make sure that she's clean and she feels good. She's happy. And like I said, we went on multiple walks today too. It's starting to warm up here in Oregon. From here on out for like the next week, it's supposed to be 80 to 95. So I wanted to make sure that we hit the groomer early. We went for like a 30-minute walk. And then after that, we went to this kind of a nature park that's close to our place that has a basketball court, a skate park. But once you walk into it, it goes into nature. And it goes through a river. You can hear all the birds. There's a nice little walkways. They have an off-leash area. And then they have these bridges that you can go under, or they have these fast currents where me and Paisley can sit under the bridge and just kind of relax. It's awesome. It's really good for the mental health. And it's not that far. Like I have one location that has a bridge with water that's only about 5 minutes from my house. And then about 10-minute drive or 5-minute drive, then I have that bigger dog park, which is awesome. So, make sure that if you are suffering from some mental health, or you're depressed, or you have anxiety, make sure that you're getting outside, spending time with your pets if you have them, listening to a little bit of music, but soaking in the vitamin D, getting that sunshine. If it is sunny in your hometown state, it really does help. It really makes the biggest difference in not only my life, but I know in a lot of people in this room, in their lives as well. You got to make sure you stick to that routine. That's facts. So are they going to be showing this Kraken game on another channel, or are we just going to have to wait until this Devils and Carolina OT is over? I guess we'll find out. And then we got the Celtics and the Sixers as well. So let me get that. I got to get that up on the screen, obviously on the computer, so I can watch both at the same time. All right, let's get that up here. All right, got that up. Jake Peralta. He's always on all the Snoop Dogg and the Corona commercials. Good for him, man. I love some Andy Samberg. All right, we got 12 minutes to go, so it looks like they are just going to wait for the matchup for it to be over. Obviously, it's exclusive rights to this particular network when we end up doing these, right? TNT or ESPN, depending on what we got going on for the NBA games. Toby's in the building. What to do? Oh, well, Paisley's more important being cute than me, so tell your boss thank you. It's funny, too. I ended up getting some random people messaging me, and a lot of times, when people message me, I'm like, okay, this is a bot. This is some, like, rando. This is, like, some catfish, clothes. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. Pretty simple. I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Toby? Duval in the building. So it looks like end of regulation, countdown to overtime. Let me see if it is on TB. What does it say on the bottom of the screen? The game will move to TNT. What is this right here? Follow NHL on TNT. True TV? Is that where it's going to be at? What am I looking at here on the bottom of the screen? We'll start on True TV. What channel is fucking True TV? Hold up. I don't even know if I know I probably have it. I don't even know what fucking channel True TV is. Hold up here. All right. TNT, TBS, FX, Paramount, Cooking Channel, ESPN, ESPNU, 2, ACC Network, Root Sports, Pac-12, 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 SEC, FS1, FS2, Big Ten Network, MLB Network, NHL Network, NFL Network, NBA TV, Outdoor. Where is True TV? I don't even know what fucking channel this is. Yes Network. I'm just like scrolling to see if I can even see what the fucking logo looks like. BBC, Fox Business, Weather Channel, Discovery. It must be like lower on my channel. Science Channel, Smithsonian, Vice, History. Oh, golly, come on. Nat Geo, TLC, Lifetime, Oxygen. Where the fuck is it? Food Network. Travel Channel, Sci-Fi. I got to be getting closer now. Where are you? Damn it. I mean, I can watch it on the link if I need to for just like a couple minutes. I don't even know where it is. I'm scrolling. I still don't see it. I don't know where. I don't even know if I have that channel. I mean, I assume I do, but I just don't know what number it is. Golly, I don't know. All right, maybe I need to bring up the link then, just in case. TBN. Yeah, I don't see it, man. I don't fucking know. 81-79, Boston and the Sixers. All right, let me pull this up here. But when you have two guys coming, one right at you and then they're coming from the other side, that's when it's a tough play, right? All right, because when I do the link is just showing what I'm seeing on TV, but even further back. So hopefully we can figure this out. See, puck drop is at 9:51 Eastern. The game will move to TNT at the conclusion, but I don't know what True TV, what channel it is. Damn it. It's like that time where you're like, fucking overtime, damn it. Yeah, I already went through like all my channels. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is. Yeah, should be interesting. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm just looking at the bottom of the screen. I click a link on the computer, and I got the Celtics and the Sixers on there, and then I clicked on the link here, but I mean, I know what the True TV logo looks like. It's scrolling there at the bottom, and I have a lot of the channels, but plus they've been fucking ripping me off on the cable and the internet. That's why things have been really challenging too, because I don't think people fully understand, with like the amount of like bills and rent, and then obviously with this fucking provider, if I need to have good enough internet to be able to do these games and whatnot. But the bill on the TV and the internet side is like it's like very high 200s or 300. It's a lot of fucking money. You know what I mean? Especially if things have been kind of challenging just to kind of stay afloat and whatnot. I mean, we got 3 cable boxes, one in this room, one in the bedroom, and then one on the TV. We don't have any of the movie channels, you know what I mean? But they've obviously upped the price, more and more and more. There's just no way that with 3 cable boxes, a cable package, and then internet, that we should be paying like $300 a month. You know what I mean? But again, if you end up having one of the shittier providers like Comcast, then you don't even have speeds fast enough to stream. So it's like you have to have Ziply, which used to be Frontier, which also uses the Verizon Fios, technology to get you the better speeds on the internet. So I get it. You got to pay to be able to have certain speeds, and there's only certain companies that are going to be around and available. But it's fucking challenging. Let me tell you. I mean, I don't really know, honestly, what's going to happen if I'm going to have to move out from here. I mean, I don't want to have to leave Paisley. And have to, figure out living with a friend or living with my mom or my dad. But my dad lives so far out in the sticks, they don't have internet connection. So I can't, live there to stream at all. And then at my mom's, I'm not sure if they have, a good, internet connection there. So it's definitely a stressful time for me right now with everything that's going on in my life. All I want to do is be able to continue, doing the dream and the goals that I have. But it just seems like every single day, every single week, there's always something else going on to make it a little bit more difficult for me. I mean, we'll have to figure something out. It just sucks, when you feel like you're not appreciated, at, home, what I'm saying? Whether it's with significant other, friends, family, when you feel taken advantage of or taken for granted, it's a shitty feeling. You know what I'm saying? And there's been a lot of sacrifice for my own personal happiness that I've done to commit to this dream, where even if I'm not necessarily happy here, but I can still continue to do my dream and do my goals and try to be able to continue the mission. I've had to kind of put my own happiness on the back burner and whatnot. But I mean, just depending on how things go, hopefully things can improve. So that way I can continue to do the dream. Otherwise, there might be a certain hiatus for me. I mean, and obviously for my mental health issues, the longer I don't record, the worse shape that I'm going to be in. So it's like one of those things. It's like my personal happiness, but I can still keep doing my dream, or I end up leaving, then I'm fucking miserable and depressed because I don't have Paisley. And then who knows if I'm going to be able to stream and have internet fast enough to do, and where I'm going to be able to live. So lots on the table. It's very difficult, but I know I'm not the only one that goes through situations like that. But definitely a lot on my mind lately. All right, we got Sixers 83, Celtics 81 here on the link. Celtics season might be coming to an end. All right, we got 3:35 left. Hopefully they'll open up another link if I need to. They should move the other matchup to the True TV and then put this one on TNT, but I really don't know how that's going to happen. So. Alphabetical order, my channel guide. I don't even know how that would work. I don't think I've ever even done that. Channel guide. I'm on my channel guide. Training staff and obviously mainly the players. They've made it really easy on us. Myself and Dad and obviously coming in kind of late to the party here, but filter. Awesome. They've made it really easy on us, and the transition's never that easy. Options. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I went through all the channels. I have no idea where the fuck it's at. TV 951 puck drop, then we will take it once they conclude down in Carolina. We'll see Hurricanes score the next goal and maybe be the first team through to the conference final. It's kind of cool though. The Lions are on the up and up. I like them a lot, and it's a matter of time before they end up making a wild card or win the division. So it might not be the most sexy matchup, and realistically we know the Chiefs will win that matchup, probably 47 times out of 50. But it will be kind of cool to be able to see what the Lions have out there. Too bad Jamison Williams has the suspension for the 6 games with the gambling, because they could really use him against the Chiefs. But maybe it'll be a little bit more competitive game than people think too, because Detroit's on the up and up. So yeah, you're telling me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, with rent going up, and they just raised the rent again, and we already know how challenging it's been in this in 2023. It's taking me a lot longer to be able to get things going, and for my mental health overall and my happiness, it's like to be able to talk to you guys and to do my dream. That's really the most important thing in my life, period, besides Paisley. So, and if I have to lose both of those things, I don't know how I'm going to live, honestly, if I have to make that decision and whatnot. So, it's a difficult time. I have Zipley, so I don't know. All right, well, we got this. I need to figure out where the hell this channel is. If I can't even pull it up on the link. Hopefully they will pull it up here on another link for me. All right, I think I got it. All right, so that's on OT. All right, so at least I got the... All right, here we go. So at least I'll have to watch it on here just temporarily until this OT is over, and then once the OT is over, unless I can find the channel through my provider and whatnot, but... All right, at least they have the link up and going, so... All right, baby, let's go. This is going to be a tough matchup, but hopefully we can find a way. Let's go, Maddie. Let's go, Jordan. And Philip is the key. If we're going to win today, Philip has to come up big. Let's go, Kraken. Well, at least they got the link updated there, so that way at least I'm not left in the dark. That would suck. It's like I can't even see the beginning of the game with the OT and everything, but at least they updated it, so we're good now. All right, let's go, baby. Let's go, Gru. 6-5 record. He could be much better than that. But again, look at the teams that we're going against, the Avalanche and the Stars. And Jake Attinger. But if you are a Kraken fan, don't overreact if we lose tonight. Like I said, if we end up losing, it's a very high possibility. No one has won back-to-back games, necessarily just yet, but it's kind of gone back and forth and whatnot. But Dallas at home, they know if they want to advance, this is probably one of the must-win scenarios for them to protect home ice. Then it goes back to Seattle. Pressure is on us. We win that one. And then obviously Dallas will be favored in game 7, but Seattle's good enough to steal one on the road in game 7 because they've done it already once. But that would be the best scenario, for Seattle on 7 games. But the overall best case scenario for Seattle tonight, we set the tone, we win more faceoffs, we hit hard, we get a bunch of big hits. Grubauer plays like a stud. Somehow we win this game, like 4-3, and then we go to Seattle and win that. But I don't know, just the flow of this series and the way that it makes me feel that it's going to be very difficult for a team to win 2 in a row out of these last 3. It's going to go back and forth, it feels like, besides the game 7 result. Because if we won this game, there's a very high probability that Dallas would win in Seattle instead of us closing the series out in game 6. Just my personal gut feeling. And it kind of feels like a 7-game series, but I hope Seattle is aggressive and we just don't get routed here in Dallas tonight. So must-win game for Dallas. And it is kind of one of those, must-win games for Seattle too, based off if you want to win this. You win game 5, more than likely you're probably going to win the series. But again, Seattle can fight, and I believe that Seattle can win it in 6 or 7. But it's going to be a very telling story to see who gets the first goal and how aggressive each team is to start off. 1 shot on goal there for Seattle already, and we're still in OT. I got the other matchup on the big screen here in the studio. Nice save by Ottinger. And based on other people and based off their cable providers and links that they're using, we might be slightly off, based off, the actual recording, through whatever provider you have or the link. So I'll probably be at this point using this until this actually goes from OT. It might be like 30-second delay or something, but it shouldn't be too much. $183. I got Ziply. So my channels go on the HD side. It's 551 is TNT for me. So 183 for Ziply. Okay, I found it. It's non-HD, but at least it's there. It's supposed to be Impractical Jokers, it says. All right. Okay, at least I'll watch it there. Thank you guys for looking that up for me. All right. All right, so this is not in HD, but who cares? At least I can still see what's going on. Thank you guys. So maybe I have the channel in non-HD, but I don't have it in HD, or I don't know where to look for it. It's weird how some of like the cartoon channels and some of the channels only have a non-HD option or whatnot, but at least I got it. I mean, it's the screen is blurry as a motherfucker compared to no HD, but hey, at least it's on right now, so perfect. And then we got 83, 81 there. Let's take a look at the ESPN link. 87, 83 Celtics. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Four shots on goal for the Kraken. Let's go, baby. Score! And that's what I was afraid of. Like I said, this is a must-win game for Dallas. They're going to be very aggressive. So, it'll be a must-win game for us in game 6. but maybe winning in Game 7 is kind of our MO, just like in the Avalanche. But my gut feeling told me before this game started we were going to lose. There's going to be certain times where I'm right, and there's going to be certain times where I wish I was wrong. Where it's like I want us to win, but I just don't feel it, and that's kind of how I'm feeling today. What a great pass! Wow, incredible pass. All right, Wyatt. 1-0 Stars. Wyatt Johnson goal with a wrist shot, assist by Jamie Benn. 1-0 Stars. Make sure we show the proper love. Wyatt Johnson, assisted by Jamie Benn. 1-0 Stars. Come on, baby. Face-offs are going to be very, very critical, too. Nice. There we go. NFC South football will be very interesting. And, Tampa could end up being the worst team in football, maybe besides the Cardinals. And a lot of the teams towards the bottom, like the Bears, they already have quarterbacks in Kyler and Fields. So it does play into Tampa's favor on getting Caleb Williams or Drake May next year, because a lot of the other shitty teams already have quarterbacks. So I'm definitely excited to see where we go after this year. But it will be fun to watch Carolina and Atlanta grow. And the Saints will be the best team in the South. That's facts. Thanks, Dusk. Appreciate you. Not exactly what we wanted to see, right? But it is what it is. Stars goal by Johnson, assisted by Jamie Benn. 3:57 in the first period. 1-0 Stars. Reflect in the building. How are you, brother? I've missed you. How are you doing? I hope everything's going great in your life. Weather has been great. Got to take Paisley outside for a couple long walks. Took her to the groomer. Nails trimmed, dremeled, washed her. She's doing good. Oh, 2-0 Stars. And that's the thing, with my predictions a lot of times, I know some people that, they don't want to go against my predictions. I'm not going to be always right, but for me, having, watching sports since 85 and seeing, how the playoffs are, and even though this is a different type of year on the NBA and the NHL side, you have to be able to give credit where credit is due. We can love our teams, we can love our players, but sometimes it just doesn't feel like it's going to be, like when Seattle came home for Game 3, I knew we were going to win that game. Last night with the Warriors, right, down 3-1, I knew they were going to win. This matchup, unfortunately, I knew we were going to lose, and now we're already down 2-0. Brutal. 2-0 Stars. And the Stars are playing like this is a must-win game for them, which it is. They win Game 5. The probability of them winning the series overall probably goes up to maybe 70%. But that doesn't mean that Seattle can't win the must-win game in Game 6 at home, which I think they can win that. But obviously Game 7 is going to be really the tough one. Can they do what they did against Colorado in 7? And most people don't know. We hope we can, and it's not over yet, but giving up 2 goals with Gru already, not a good look so far to start off in this matchup. And maybe that's a part of not having it on TNT on the regular channel. And it's not like Seattle's a shitty team. Release the Kraken, baby. But it's just going to be very, very difficult. You're going against the fans. You're going against the aura, the vibe, the Uncle Mo. And like I said, in the NHL playoffs, it's very difficult to win on the road, especially when you're playing a very well-depth, well-rounded, fantastic team. I just got done doing the damn Wyatt fucking goal. Now we got another one. All right, let's get that photo up. Man, that was way too quick.
Visit your Verizon store during our spring savings event and choose the phone you want.
Oh, I got a nice one of hints.
14 on us. Verizon. Guardians, are you ready? Life can move at the speed of light.
Where did it go? Where did I do with it? Where did it? Oh, there it is. I was going to say, where did I put that? There it is. There it is. There we go. So that one happened, right? That one happened way too fast. Wyatt Johnston assisted by Jamie Benn. And then literally like a minute and a half, 2 minutes later, another goal. Rubens assisted by Thomas Harley and Jason Robertson. Brutal. Brutal, 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 brutal. Absolutely. Absolutely. Weather's been great. $12. Let's get to 100 in donos. What's up, RS Games? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can be a hardcore fan, of a team, but I'm always going to keep it 100. I'm always going to give you how my gut feels, my honest feeling. And again, if you're going in blind, that's where people, when they don't read the stats or they look at the analytics or history, that's when people, they bet blindly and they lose a lot of money. They do it based off heart of their players and team and just think that no matter the scenario, their team is going to come out on top. But when we get into the playoffs, it's another animal. As we know, it's a man's game. This is, you go from college to the pros. This isn't any like young boy, type of matchup. It's you got to bring everything that you got. Everything is magnified on a whole nother level. Big hit by the Kraken. Oh shit! Someone call 911. Is he alive? Oh my God! Big hit there. And then we already know there are going to be fights in this. We're already going to be frustrated, and hopefully Hack, can get the composure settled in. We need to get a goal by at least the second period. I know some people would say, well, we need a goal now, but you got to be patient. And sometimes, we'll get goals in that first period, but a lot of times that second period is where we, get settled in and then we start playing. But hell, it looks like Dallas already started playing right off the, opening drop of the puck. 2-0 Stars. Yeah, no HD on the True TV. Stupid. And then here's the other one. Thank you, man. Stars goal. It's assisted by Harley. 5:35 the first period. 2-0 Stars. Reflect with a 48er. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. It's been very challenging. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. Appreciate you very much. Appreciate what you did for my birthday, and I appreciate you anytime that you can come in when you show a lot of love and support like that. It definitely means a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very, 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 very much. Reflect with a 48er. Thank you, man. Bang, bang, boom, boom. Bang, bang. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and nice to see Robertson with the assist. He's been pretty quiet in this series, 100%. I know you and me, we always look at everything, that is going on. And at some point, you got to think he's got to score a goal, 40 plus, during the regular season. So, yep. But the thing is, just like the flow of the series, and normally it's, back and forth. But if there's anyone that can win 2 games in a row, it's going to be easier for the Stars to do it than the Kraken. We are the underdog. Everyone needs to remember that. As great as we've played, we haven't played as good, like as Florida has, even though they're up 3-1, but they annihilated Boston and, they're ripping through Toronto and they were up 3-0. And then obviously Toronto got lucky and won that matchup. But I still think that we can win this series even if we lose this game tonight. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy, and it's going to be exactly like that Colorado series where no one really gives us a chance, but we just have to get it to Game 7, period. Must-win game for Dallas tonight. Must-win game in Seattle in Game 6. So those teams should be able to feed off that emotion, the psychology of the sport. And then Game 7 normally would favor Dallas, but we know Seattle can come to play in Game 7 because we already proved it once with Colorado in that first round. So $60. Let's get to a hundo. Let's do it, baby. Megan with the tour. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I'll get some photos for all of y'all once we get into like an intermission or a commercial. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Appreciate you. Bang, bang. $2 holla. Appreciate you very, very much. Yes, thank you. Appreciate all of y'all. Thank you. 62. Let's get to a hundo. Sarah with a 3-er. Appreciate that. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $3 holla. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Means a lot. Uh-oh. There goes the net. There goes the fist. Hey, he's like, hey, nice. What are you having for dinner tonight? Pat, pat, pat.
Right now, though, the Kraken trailing the Stars 2-0. First period of Game 5. And that is going to do it for bonus coverage. If you want to keep on watching the Kraken and the Stars, head on over to
all right, let's get some photos up here. So from the people that donated, if you want to put in what you want to see, if you don't really necessarily want anything, that's fine. But you can always put something in there. Uh-oh, did they lose? No, in OT. No. But I think Odin's son, I think you kind of had that feeling, that it wasn't their year this year. Would have been really awesome if they were been able to pull that out. I'm so sorry, bro. But remember, on perspective, at the beginning of the year, it didn't even look like they were going to make the playoffs. Remember how we were talking about it, and you're like, gosh, this sucks right now. You know what I mean? And then they turned it around. So maybe they got a little bit further than expected, and based on where you guys were at the beginning till now, I get it. Playoffs, you want to win no matter what. I understand, but it just didn't feel like a Stanley Cup championship team, and I think you would agree with that. But still, every loss hurts a little bit. I'm so sorry that New Jersey, the Devils, are out. But at least I got to do one Devil game for you, before they ended up losing and whatnot. So, yeah. That's what I'm feeling. Like I said, I feel that, I'm pretty good with predictions and whatnot, with everything that's going in the series. And also with, like, the Warriors, being down 3-1. I was telling people last night, don't be surprised, because I already told people they were going to win, Game 5 and win it big. They did. Then it's going to go back to L.A., and they're up 3-2, but the pressure is on. And if Anthony Davis is injured, concussion, went off in the wheelchair, we'll see the health of some of their guys. And I know the Warriors can compete and win on the road there. And if the Warriors win Game 6 and it's 3-3, what do you think is going to happen in Game 7? The Warriors will win if it gets to Game 7 at home. The Lakers will not win. You know what I mean? That's just the bottom line. If the Lakers want to win the series, the only opportunity that they are going to have to win it is going to be in Game 6 in LA. If you don't win it there, chances are it's over. Now, could LA lose? Back-to-back games, Game 5 in Golden State, Game 6 in LA, go to Game 7 and LeBron goes off and the Lakers win in 7? Of course, the same thing that goes for the Kraken. The underdog can do it, but just the flow and the feeling, it kind of feels like the Warriors, could do kind of the unthinkable, and being down 3-1 and, finding a way to win. Now, as far as like the Heat and the Knicks aren't going to blow that lead. The Knicks can end up winning and go from 3-1 to 3-2, but I think most people think that the Heat are going to win in 6 in this next game, which kind of makes sense. So, every series is a little bit different. And again, I'm never going to be 100%, but I think I do have a good pulse, on, sports. A lot of times, I mean, I'll make predictions a few times in a stream that usually end up being correct. And then there'll be some long-term predictions. But a lot of times it just kind of comes to me as we're watching. So, and I'll get some of that for you. No problem. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? And it's not being biased. It's just being honest. Even if it means, going against, that team. All right. I think it's done now with the OT. Now I got to go back to the regular channel. Stupid that they don't have that HD option. All right. Let's go here. Finally, I get to watch it here. Oh, nice. It's so nice to be able to see it on HD 4K. Regardless, even if you don't have a 4K TV, HD compared to non-HD, it's like if you wear glasses or contacts and you just take them out, that's what it looks like. It's just crazy how horrible non-HD TV looks now. And yes, I will get some of that prepped once we get probably to the end of the first period. But I'm feeling, like I said, if we have any chance, it's going to be game 7. And I felt that way from the very beginning of the series. I just knew that Seattle was not good enough to win in 6 games. Now, down the road, when we're the favored team, when we are the top dog, we are the higher seed, when we are showing that, we are a true Stanley Cup contender, not an underdog, then, we will be able to win back-to-back and win, series in 6. But at this point, we're going to be kind of the underdog, and everyone's going to be against us. Dallas deserves to be the favorite. I'm better at face-offs. The goaltending's been a little bit better. But again, Seattle is feeding off that energy and emotion of the togetherness. But it only can get you so far. But I definitely think that, we can come back in this matchup, not necessarily maybe win it, but we'll see. A lot can happen in hockey, right? We can have 2 goals scored in a minute or 2 minutes apart. We just got to hope we get into the good flow of the game. And Seattle has to block out the distractions of all the fans going against them and, cheering against them, booing them. And obviously we know how good teams play at home, regardless if they understand the psychology of it all. When you're on home ice or on road ice, it's a complete difference. You know what I mean? Only the greats can come out on the road deep in a series, game 5, game 6, game 7, and win on the road. The better teams can find a way to win on the road deep and late. When it's early in the series, anybody can do it. Games 1 through 4, anyone can win on the road. But once it gets to those crucial games, game 5, game 6, game 7, the cream always rises to the crop, to the top, baby. Macho Man cream always rises to the top, baby. Uh-oh, we got a penalty. Fuck. I think that's a little early to be saying that. You just got to be able to win a round first before, we're talking NFC championship game. You got to crawl before you walk. There's going to be a lot of good teams, and we got to be able to see how, Seattle's defense and O-line adjusts. Obviously, the offense looks like it's going to be fantastic. They're going to have one of the best, NFC offenses to watch, and maybe in the NFL overall. I'm going to be excited about that. But to pencil them in this early, like I said, let's try to win a round first before we're talking about winning multiple rounds and getting there. Now, could Seattle end up doing it, this upcoming season? Yeah, it's possible, right? It is possible, right? But obviously, I think a more realistic goal is to be able to say they will do that in the next 5 years. Yes, it could be this year, but you got to crawl before you walk. And obviously, defense wins championships, and Seattle's defense is nowhere near championship caliber yet, but it's getting there piece by piece. Maybe another draft or 2, and then they'll have a similar team to like the Legion of Boom on the defensive side. Not as good, but something similar. So, yes, agreed. Let them know. $65. Let's get to a hundo. Watch a first Mariner game in person last weekend. Stanley, how did you like it, man? Who did you go see? I went up there just a few weeks ago to see the Cardinals for a 2-game set. It's absolutely beautiful up there, man. I know the Mariners are struggling a little bit, but there's, hopefully we can get the pitching going. And then once we get past the All-Star break, I think there's a really good chance for us to hit, high 80s, 90 wins, and we could still make the playoffs. Even though at this point it doesn't look like it yet, but there's always a chance to turn it around, especially once we get into that warmer weather into summertime. 2-0 Stars, 6 minutes left in the first period. And we want to be able to get some hack. And then I'll get some, maybe some Gino and JSN for Reflect and a few of those other things as well for you guys. I appreciate you. True. But we have to stay on the aggressive side, Dusk. And as you know, we need to be able to win fucking face-offs. That's the problem, Shots on goal for Seattle, 11. Dallas, 4. But we have no goals to show for the 11 shots. Hits, Seattle, 10. Dallas, 13. So normally, Dallas has more shots, right? But they have the lead. Normally, we have more hits. We don't today, 13-10. Face-offs, 1. It's closer, 8-5. Dallas is winning on every category besides shots. So, but we don't have anything really like a good shot on goal really yet. Out of like the 12 that we've had, how many have we had that have been actually close? Like 2? 1? Paisley's going crazy. Oh, they beat the Astros. Nice. Anytime they can beat the Astros or Angels as a Mariner fan, it's a good day. Or Yankees, for that matter. That's awesome. I'm happy for you, man. Preston in the building. How are you, bro? Uh-oh. He said, I'm burning the house down, making Hot Pockets. Watch out. Is it Pizza Pockets? Pizza rolls. Most goals since January 1st. Jared McCann, 24. We need to have him be healthy. That could be the difference, if we can actually get some, good minutes out of him in these next 3 games. And again, we're down 2-0. It's not looking good. But if we can stop the bleeding and, stop so much pressure on Gru, if we can find a way to get at least a goal by the second period and minimize what Dallas does, we still have a shot. But once we get, down to like a 3-goal lead, that's going to be mentally tough to come back from. John's in the building. How are you? Offsides. All right, I'm going to try to get some photos up here for you guys now. Let's see. All right. All right, let's do a few of them here. All right, we got Schwartz for Megan. And I'll try to get some more once we get an intermission. And then I got to get some hack for Megan. Reflect. If you want some Seahawks stuff, I can do that too. See how fast I can work here. Paisley is going crazy. I need to go check up on her in a second. Paisley!
5-hour energy got you through then. And now, we'll get you through again. Rediscover 5-hour energy. You're doing TV wrong. I thought that other TV provider was good enough. Now what? You talk? You call us watching sports, Dave?
For Sarah, for Megan, for Reflect.
But with #1 customer satisfaction, DirecTV never is. Now, get out of here. Guarantee a low price for 2 years. Call 1-800-DirecTV to get a $200 reward card.
Welcome back to Dallas here with head coach Pete DeBoer. And coach, your team came out flying. The fourth line with pressure, 2 goals on 3 shots. What was your message to your group before tonight?
Oh, we just want to make sure that we're ready to play here. I mean, this game's going to be decided. This series is going to be decided over.
And Gino, what a great story. Regardless if you liked him at West Virginia, and it looked like he could be a top 5 pick at one point in college, went to a bunch of shitty teams that didn't really have good coaching, never really got an opportunity. But it shows you, just like in life, not everyone's journey is going to be the same. And a lot of times people are going to label you. You're just a bust. You're a backup. You're second string. You're third string. You're never going to make it. You're never going to do it. But sometimes it's just having an opportunity to be around a good coach, a good coordinator, something that's growing into something special, having good players around you, and then ultimately believing in yourself and having a good opportunity to do that, but also having a good offensive line, having the defense improved, have good people to throw to and hand the ball off to. It's one of the best stories in sports. I mean, how often do we get someone on the NHL, MLB, NBA, or NFL side that's played for 8, 9, 10 years and hasn't really done anything, and then finally gets an opportunity, even though some people are very weary about it, thinking that it's not going to really lead it and turn into anything, and then it ends up turning into something that we never even expected. And then on top of that, it could be something really special for the team, which it was last year. And at least for 2 more years with Gino, it should be pretty special. And then they're going to obviously draft a quarterback or end up getting a free agent to come in. And then there'll be, the post-Gino era. But for at least the time being, in the next couple years, 2 to 3 years, if Gino is still the guy, there is going to be a chance for a playoff push and possibly an NFC championship game berth, or at least a win a round or 2. It's possible. You know what I mean? The quarterbacks on the NFC side are not very good compared to the AFC side. So it is going to come down to defense, for like the Niners and the Cowboys and the Eagles. But even if Seattle's D is not as good, but if they can get some big results from Lockett, DK, Kenneth Walker III, all the different rookie pieces they have in, Smith and Najigba, it's nice. And I'm really excited to see what the O-line and the defense are going to do, because the better the O-line and the defense are going to do, the better the Seahawks are going to do overall. And that's facts. 2-0 Stars, 2:50 left in the first period. 12 shots on goal for the Kraken. Release the Kraken. Only 5 shots on goal for Dallas, but they have 2 goals already. That hurts. That's like a knife to my heart. 5? You only have 5 shots on goal and 2 goals, but again, this is how it is when you're on the road. So, well, like I said, I already predicted that Dallas was going to win this game before the game started. Of course, I could always just be like, biased and just be like, Seattle, Kraken this, Kraken that, but I have to be realistic and honest. And plus it makes me look better overall, especially if you can, it's not like I'm betting against the team, but I'm just trying to be realistic and honest with it and give a genuine, non-biased opinion, which is very difficult for a lot of fans, to say, what, it's not our day today. It's just the team at home is very difficult. But it's just like when Seattle was in game 3. You felt the energy from the Kraken fans that there's no way in hell they were losing game 3, in Seattle. You knew 100%. And I think even Dallas fans knew we are a little outmatched. You just feel that extra energy. And especially when the difference between the 2 teams is so marginal, sometimes the fans are the difference in the matchups. That's facts. Congrats, bro. Yes. That's a good comparison. Yeah, and I love JSN, like, a lot. Like, I've watched that guy's career, with everyone at Ohio State, and a lot of these guys, not only do they pan out, but they end up being impact players. Olave, Michael Thomas, even though he had some of the injuries, you've seen what, obviously, Zeke, even though he hasn't been as good as of late, but obviously as he came into the league, obviously with that good line, you saw what Zeke could do. A lot of skill players that play at Ohio State are fantastic. And then let's not forget on the Chase Youngs, the Joey Bosa's, the Bosa Bros and that type of environment as well. When you end up having, that type of talent on the defensive side, well, you already know. But I'm excited to see what you guys do. And again, if anything happens to DK or Lockett, an injury, or down the road they move on and go somewhere else, at least you have another guy to fill that hole. So pretty sweet. I like the pick a lot. 1:08 left in the first period. Stars down 2-0. Yeah, I know it's going to be tough. It's a slow building process, but at least with the first pick, even if you lose games, at least you can grow and and just understand with what you got with Bryce Young. It's going to take time. Saints are going to be the best team, but at least you can beat the Buccaneers. And your biggest problem is going to be the Falcons and the Saints. If you're a Panther fan, and you just got to slowly but surely just get better year in and year out. But it does make you feel better even if you suck, if you got a quarterback you believe in. So obviously next year, if we end up, being shit, which I know we will, we're going to be a bottom 2, bottom 3 team in the league. Cardinals should be shitty. Buccaneers should be shitty. Bears, we'll see where they go, with Fields and everything. But there's going to be a few teams that are just, we already know what it's going to be. And a lot of those teams at the bottom already have QBs. So whatever that means, Caleb, Drake May, once I get that, then Tampa will be competitive, where we can end up winning 9, 10, 11, at that point. But, it might be a very, 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 very depressing long year. But if I have to take one step back to go 10 steps forward and I have a shit year, but I end up getting Caleb Williams or Drake May, I will be so fucking happy because that'll be the first franchise quarterback I've ever had, obviously drafting wise, that I actually believe in. So it is what it is. Sometimes you got to sacrifice for your own happiness. Hell, I've been doing that for the last 7, 8 years. End of the first period, Stars 2, Kraken 0. Series tied 3-3. Celtics win 95-86. It goes back to Boston. Sixers needed to win that game. That was a must-win game. Now, more than likely, Boston will win in Game 7, which is something that maybe the Warriors could do as well. You never can count out the Celtics or Warriors ever. Anytime people are sleeping on Boston or the Warriors, please don't, because you'll learn, especially if you made those bets. That's facts. All right, let me get some more photos up. Let me know what you guys want to see. So we ended up getting the Jaden Schwartz. We got some Hack. We got some Smith Njigba, some Gino. And let me know other, photos. If you want me to continue to throw those ones down, let me know. Unless there's something else, I'll kind of do some more as we go through. So
this is new Roundup Dual Action. This stuff doesn't just kill existing weeds down to the root. It keeps working for up to 4 months. From the first
yeah, Kraken isn't coming back in this matchup, man. But we can definitely win Game 6. I mean, it's must win in that situation. If Sixers lose and Game 7, Doc is gone, yeah. They just need better supporting cast, the Sixers. The starting lineup is halfway decent, but the bench needs to be better. And they need another star, in the lineup with Harden and Embiid, in my opinion. Another player. All right, let's get some more photos up. Let me go check up on Paisley real fast, and I'll get some more photos up here.
At Great Clips, we use clip notes to save NHL player Cale Makar's haircut details, so he's always confident in his hockey hair. Because with a name like Cale, you gotta sport great salad. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
Heading on a family trip?
No, sorry, son. Prices are crazy.
Aw, use Priceline. They have package deals no one else has.
We can do it. Do your happy price, Priceline.
I used to pre-rinse dishes because my old detergent didn't actually get them clean. But new Cascade Platinum Plus has me doing dishes differently.
With double the grease fighting power and double the scrubbing power, so you can load this and get this. New Cascade.
All right, looks like Paisley's done woofing.
We switched to Liberty Mutual and saved.
But now she's in the bedroom laying on a blanket, all comfortable and whatnot. So, all right, let's get some more photos up here.
Careful, babe.
I appreciate you guys very much.
I think I got it. Is that?
Okay, show off. Only pay for what you need.
I was having relationship issues with my old bank. Next to no interest, the fees, it was just take.
There's another one of Jade in there for you, Sarah.
Just SoFi checking and savings. Now I get higher
And I think I
interest
might have
and
one more.
and get my paycheck
Ooh, that's a good one.
early.
Get up to 4.20% APY. pay no account fees, and up to $2 million in FDIC insurance. Download the
And then Reflect. Anything specific you want to see? I got you as well.
For decades, I've worked to create progressive
$65, $35 to go to hit the first goal. And then we got Hack for Megan. And let's get a few more of Hack.
It doesn't protect local small business owners. In fact, the only ones who don't have to pay are large corporations. Vote no on Measure 26-238. It does more harm than good.
Foundation failure can affect homes of any age, type, or size. If you have cracked walls, sloping floors, or sticking doors, chances are you have foundation failure. The good news is Ramjack can fix that. We use our very own patented bearing system to stabilize your foundation permanently. Only Ramjack has a lifetime transferable warranty backed by a warranty trust. Schedule your free foundation evaluation today. People who do their homework choose Ramjack.
And I'll get some Huskies up here. Maybe some Michael Penix Jr. We can always throw up a little bit of that. I can always do some Seahawk players too.
5 minutes 35 seconds in, and it is 2-0 in this game. We bring it back in the studio. It's a 2-2 series right now between the Stars and the Kraken. Lee McHugh holds the net. Nancy Carter, Henrik Lundqvist. We'll get to the shot disparity in just a bit, but when we look at this Stars team and what they're trying to do on attack, we're going to show up Alexis highlights. It's not pure speed, but it's efficient up and down the ice.
Oh, absolutely.
Throw up a couple of these up for Reflect.
Which helps them sustain that offensive zone pressure when they end up getting those draws in the overzone. But here's the straight play.
This one was painful, obviously, against the Ducks. So when Bo Nix got hurt, as soon as he got hurt, I was like, oh shit, I already knew what was going to happen then. And I love lefties, regardless of what sport it is. Basketball, baseball, football, hockey, golf, tennis, it don't matter. I love lefties. I always have. And I always will. Bobby in the building. What to do? Yeah, they're looking great. They are looking fantastic. All right, let's take a look. Shots on goal for Seattle, 14. Dallas, 5. Hits, 10 only for Seattle, 18 for Dallas. That's very rare. And then Dallas always wins the faceoffs, 12-7, no penalty minutes. So Seattle has more shots, which is normally not what happens, right? Normally, Dallas has more. We always have more hits. And in this matchup, we have 8 less, and we always lose on the faceoffs, and they got 5 more. So it's almost like the perfect recipe for us to kind of get our ass kicked here on the road in a hostile environment. But again, if we can find a way to get a goal, and like I said, I think the more that you watch, you can start to pick up little tendencies. But I knew we weren't going to score in that first period. You can kind of tell. You just want to give yourself proper expectations. You get down 2. Of course, everyone wants to put the Band-Aid on and be like, okay, we need to score, in the next 10, 15 minutes in the first period, and let's get at least 1 or 2 and tie it up. It doesn't work like that, especially on the road when it's deeper in the series. It's going to take a little bit longer, and they've been on the offensive. They've been the aggressor, and we're on the road. So I do think that we can score in the second period, but it's going to be a hell of it'll be a miracle based off flow of game to win this game. And if we ended up coming back and winning, I know Kraken fans would be like, it's over. We're winning in 6, but Dallas can always go in our building and win also. So we always have to keep that in mind that, just because something crazy does happen, you can't think that the crazy can't happen in our building too, where we come back and win this like by a miracle 4-3, right? And then like, oh, it's over. We're going to win in game 6, but then Dallas could come into our building, right? And then end up beating us and slapping us in the mouth, and then obviously winning game 7, and then we lose. I mean, there's so many different scenarios that can happen, and it's tough to kind of predict too when you're the underdog. But also, too, as an underdog, we also have the capabilities of surprising some people as well. But so far, Ottinger has been outplaying our guy Grew, and I feel bad, but, I kind of expected it. Yeah, and, like I said, depending on the quarterbacks to see where it'll go. If, you guys can make the Rose Bowl, if you guys can end up being one of the top dogs, USC is going to be good there as well. Oregon is no longer an automatic, we are going to make it to the Pac-12 championship or a Rose Bowl. Those days are over. Everyone else is getting better. And even when USC and UCLA moved to the Big Ten after this year, it's not going to still be guaranteed for us. It's going to be very difficult because our defense sucks. So offense is going to be fun, but the defense is really where it holds us back. And unless we have a couple Kayvon Thibodeaux or something of that nature, but what is the chances of us getting elite talent like that and having a couple of them on the team at the same time? Realistically, we might have like one. And even that's not necessarily good enough. And if we do have a guy like a Thibodeaux in the future, he'll probably say, nah, I don't want to play in the bowl game because I don't want to get hurt. And then we lose anyway. So, but I hope he ends up being, behind Caleb and Drake May. I hope he ends up being the third or fourth best quarterback next year. I hope so. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for him to get better. Accuracy, completion percentage is going to be the biggest thing. But again, Washington can be one of those teams like USC and Utah that can do some damage. I would like to say Oregon, but I don't know. That defense kind of worries me, just being honest. So. All right, what else do you want to see, Reflect? Do you got any Seahawk rookies specifically? You want some more Michael Penix Jr.? Whatever you want, I got you. I love looking at photos of Penix. I mean, honestly, I know some people would probably think I'm crazy and whatnot, but I would rather have Michael Penix Jr. than Bo Nix. Just being honest, you know what I mean? Just like based on what he does, the smoothness, the leadership. And I think Bo is pretty good. He's much better here than he was at Auburn, even though he had a couple good years early on and he ended up beating Justin Herbert. And then he started kind of, not being as good, but also the lack of talent at Auburn was a part of it too. So then when he ended up coming here, the talent was better on the offensive side for some of those pieces. But again, defense is non-existent, and that makes me nervous. But I do like Michael Penix Jr. a lot. 2-0 stars. We're just waiting for intermission. Let me get you a couple more photos here, and I'll throw up some Seahawk guys for you too. But it'll be interesting to see when Jackson gets his first TD. Could happen in the first game. And a lot of the Ohio State receivers are very well skilled. All right, RS. Take it easy, brother.
We are explorers of a new age, a new era. We are the pioneers of this new frontier. What a time. Remember, allergies don't hold us back. Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. And unlike Zyrtec, it won't make us drowsy, so you can live more clean.
On a good DK that I haven't seen before. Oh, baby. Go up and get it, DK. Anything else that you want to see, Reflect? You let me know if you got any specific players or anything that you want to, I know sometimes you don't really give a crap about the photos, but I just like to be able to, show my gratitude and whatnot, especially if we have some time to fill. And I love looking at photos. I'm a song guy, I'm a TV guy, I'm a movie guy, and I love, just the HD 4K. I love photos and being able to capture a little piece of, greatness in time. Facts. See, we're on the same page.
Net from Presence' second overtime winning goal of the postseason. Is all it takes, get the puck through the net, take away the goaltender's eyes, and Schmidt has no chance. He's got handshakes for him.
We do. Handshakes on the ice. Devils out. Canes move on. Jesper Foss, as you mentioned, had an overtime winner earlier in the postseason, had a bunch of opportunities.
And since the Buccaneers are going to be so fucking terrible, obviously I already know, like, obviously on YouTube, there's not a whole lot of Buccaneer representation on there. And then now on top of it, with not having Brady or Gronk or not even being a good team, like literally we're going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL, like bottom 3. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of Tampa games. I know some people would love to see me get pissed off and scream and yell and get angry because people love to see people get triggered by their teams losing. People love to see people miserable for whatever reason. You know what I mean? That and watching people get knocked out on World Star and people being ignorant and whatnot. But I'll probably shift and try to, I'm going to do Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night games. But instead of like if Tampa is on in the morning or like the Seahawks or someone else, I'll probably do the Seahawks, just because no one's going to want to watch Tampa unless it's your team playing Tampa. That means you're going to win, and then if we end up doing that, that's fine. But Tampa is not going to be watchable. It's going to be really, really bad. And then again, once we end up hopefully getting a top 3 pick, we get our franchise QB, then I'll be happy. And then we can start, thinking about 8, 9, 10 wins and beyond. But we need to get that franchise QB in there first. So Elliot, my boy, handsome fella. How are you? Bro, I went back and listened to Graduation on Kanye. I know some people, we already know Kanye, sometimes, it seems like he's got the mental issues and whatnot, but that still doesn't take the fact away from his early work. Just like with Drake early on when they were hungry, trying to make it in the biz, that's when their best music and the most passion was out. Gosh, dude, I get emotional when I listen to Kanye and Graduation on some of those like old school songs. And, it's just crazy to like listen to the lyrics and to listen to Kanye being Kanye, back then. And like the I Wonder, obviously I link that to the photo with, Paisley and me. And I can listen to that song over and over. It makes me fucking cry. It's like, because, for anyone that has like dreams and goals and, that has mental health, stuff, depression, anxiety, or is just going through, a time in life where they feel underappreciated, not loved or, not supported, and just being able to kind of vibe and, feel the emotion, with that. And obviously having that hook is fantastic, but there's not too many songs that will get me emotional. Like I can listen to like the Beatles, and I can listen to some of the lyrics in that and, and it moves you. Like some stuff is just eternal, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, you know what I mean? That will never get old to me. But that Kanye Graduation is amazing, man. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Kanye fan. I have a lot of friends that are huge, and they'll never give up on him. You know what I mean? But his music isn't the same as it was. But that early music, gosh, it's so fucking good. It's good for the soul, and I love the I Wonder. There's not very many rap or hip-hop songs that'll emotionally get me. But that one, it's hard not to kind of get emotional on that one, especially if you have had a kind of a rough journey as well. So, oh my God, it's so good, dude. So good. I Wonder is one of my top as well. It's so good, man. It's like you can listen to it at any point. And it's funny, too, because if you go to YouTube and you look at the comments from like, Kanye on, him dropping it, with, all the fans, you can look at the thread. And you can see on how many people that song emotionally like touched that person and it's stuck with them. Like you'll see more comments where you're like, man, I've been in a dark place. This song helped me get through, and there's so many of those comments. And they're not just saying that, to be vulnerable and just to throw that out there. They're saying it in the comment section because it does make you feel that way. Facts. But I figured I know how much you appreciate his early work as well. And yeah, that one got me this morning, man. You know what I mean? Like I haven't actually listened to Graduation in a while, but I was like, flipping through the songs that I could have attached, to the photo. And I was like, oh, I wonder, that would be awesome to be able to do. So such a good song, man. Such a good song. Vampire in the building. What to do? Go Stars. 2-0 Stars. We're going to go in the second period in a little bit. 65, to go for the first goal. Let's get it, baby. Let's go Kraken. But at least, I'm not one of those, biased, delirious fans. And I know sometimes it probably, hurts, as fans, hearing me say something that goes against my favorite team and then it ends up coming true. Those are the times in sports, you know what I mean, where I predict the Kraken is going to lose or the Mariners are going to lose or the Bucks or the Blazers or the Ducks. You really think it makes me feel good to be like, yeah, the Kraken's going to lose. It fucking makes me feel like this, but it's better to be, kind of honest and genuine and not biased. And then you end up coming out with the correct result instead of just being like Stephen A, where you absolutely know nothing and you scream and yell and you just look like an idiot every day after every prediction. So. The Vegas, Golden Knights could end up beating Edmonton. It's not said and done, in that particular series. And this series is not said and done. And I honestly think between Seattle, Dallas, Vegas, and Edmonton, any of those 4 teams can make the Stanley Cup. I honestly feel, and not in every single year, but since this is kind of a weird off year, no Colorado, no Boston, you've seen what Florida's doing on the opposite side as well. Anything is possible. You know what I mean? And obviously Seattle is probably least likely to make it out of the 4 teams, but it's still possible. Same thing, with Florida, even though people still don't believe in them, they might be able to make history and go further than people think. Nice save. Damn it. There it is. 3-0 Stars. I hate when I'm right, especially in a prediction that goes against the team that I want to win, especially if it's my team. Hurts, but sometimes when you know, and that gives me good credibility. You know what I mean? That my ESP is real. My predictions do come true. I'm not going to be right all the time, but I honestly feel my predictions come true more true than a lot of people on Twitch, YouTube, or podcasts and TV. I mean, all you got to do is check the receipts. That's rough. Second period just fucking started, and now we're already down another goal. And you already know what it is. It's Joe, baby. Not Jason. No. It's Joe. Wrist shot. Ooh. Backhand assisted. Nobody. And like I said, Joe is so talented. You already know it's just a matter of time. That hurts. Yes, please do. It's good for your soul. I already know how you like Frank Ocean, and you kind of have that a deeper vibe on the music that you like. It's more about lyrics, necessarily about beats. Some people are beat people. Some people are lyric people. But I would recommend it, man. I think it'll be good for your soul. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you smile. It'll make you cry. It'll make you, appreciate life a little bit more. And no matter how bad things, are, maybe in certain people's lives at the time, if you listen to certain songs like I Wonder, it gives you hope, that things can get better. It's with that song, it makes you tear up. You start bobbing your head a little bit. You start feeling good. It's just one of those songs that's like the ultimate vibe. Obviously, I have a few songs like, Juicy with like Biggie that are in my top 5 as well. Oh, there we go. There's the goal we needed. There we go. Let's go. Hopefully Dusk is here still in the building. Finally.
Look at the heads-up play into space. Just catches Kimi Ranta searching for the coverage, and Larson is there to step in and fire home. Back-to-back for Larson. How big might that goal be?
Adam Larson, 3-1 Dallas. Let me delete some of these other photos to make more room. All right, still got to give Joe the proper love, because that's what you do. You don't be a hater. You appreciate greatness, even if it's not on your team. There we go. Stars goal by Joe Baleski, assisted by Robertson. Hits 35 seconds in the second period. 3-0 Dallas. Well, at least Robertson has been in there for some assists, so he hasn't been scoring, but at least it's kind of good to see you get involved, Jason. Let's go. Don't have too many Asian Americans that are in the NHL. Pretty cool to see Jason do something today. 3-1 Dallas. Yep, absolutely. But the stuff later on, obviously, just like it with Drake as well, it's not as good. You know, every once in a while you'll hear a banger, but the commitment and like, you know, it's like that hunger to be able to make it, to be famous, to be well known, to be loved and appreciated. You know, that's when you're always going to get the best work out of an artist, is that hustle and grind before they make it, you know, really, really big. And that's where you get the best music with like Take Care, like those early albums, like when he's sitting at the dinner table, you know, with that Drake album, the early stuff is always better. And it doesn't match to anything that's now. Same thing with Kanye. That Graduation is, I wonder, man. I'm going to probably end up listening to it again tonight. Let's go. Let me get a Larson photo up here for us. But I figured I would share that story with you because I know how much you appreciate that type of stuff. And, you know, it is one of those things. Sometimes you need to hear someone say it, and then, you know, kind of tap into that, you know, that music that maybe that was lacking in your life for a little bit. Kraken goal. Larson assisted by Ibale. Gautier, 159 second period. 3-1 Dallas. Let's go, Kraken. Let's go. Only one comeback victory. Come on, Hack. Let's go, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. At least now, I mean, we stopped the bleeding. It hurts now because we're down 3-1. But it's a hell of a lot better than 3-0 and everyone just like, you know, giving up on the game altogether. So appreciate you, Dusk. Oh, really? Dude, that is awesome. That is awesome that your dad found that. You know, it's always just being able to have that connection and finding things that, you know, people know that you like, you know, and they just pay attention and whatnot. And I know how much you love that type of vibe, bro. See, you would be one of those people, Elliot, you know, that we could watch sports together, but I think that we would actually, you know, be able to vibe on, you know, it's like, you know, not even necessarily like smoking or drinking, but just like listening to music together. Like, you know, you have certain people that you can just kind of vibe and, you know, listen to music. It's like when you watch movies or TV with friends and, you know, you can still be hanging out playing cards or, you know, playing drinking games or whatever. But, you know, there's just certain people that are a little bit deeper emotionally, you know, that have a little deeper meaning with music. And obviously I think that you and me could definitely vibe on stuff like Ocean and early Kanye and that type of stuff, man. But that's why I had to bring it up, because I figured, like, you know, you and me have that same kind of love and appreciation for certain artists, even if some of them have gone a little crazy in the last couple years. Still, you know, regardless of what anyone says, you know, he is still a fucking genius. You know, he might be a crazy genius, but, you know, lyrically, musically, go back and listen to that Graduation album. It is a fucking masterpiece. 3-1 Dallas, Seattle power play. We got Too Many Men by Dadanov. Yeah, that one's over. Nuggets obviously are winning that. And the Nuggets, even if, you know, the Warriors come back and win, or Lakers, what are the chances that they can beat Denver in a 7-game series? Some people think it's possible. I think the Warriors would have a better chance than the Lakers. And I think if the Denver played the Lakers, it would be Denver in 6. If Denver played the Warriors, that one maybe could go 7, but still Denver being that, you know, that rebounding defensive type of team and Joker getting a triple-double almost every game, it would be very difficult to win that series unless you got Joker in foul trouble in half of the games. We're in the second period now. 3-1 Stars. Come on, Kraken. Oh, yeah. Hey, have you watched the one with the bear? The one that has Lip, where they work in the restaurant? I think like season 2 is going to be coming out, but I haven't watched it yet. But supposedly it's really good. And if you were like Shameless, it's like a spinoff kind of a Shameless with Lip. And, you know, I haven't watched anything. I've seen some like clips and I've seen some stuff on the internet. I haven't watched it, but it looks awesome. And it kind of gives you, I think, kind of like you know, Ratchet, you know, Chicago, you know, Shameless vibe, where you start seeing like people doing crazy things for money and survival and whatnot. So That's another one that you need to look at. Oh, you have watched it. Is it good? Pretty good. Not as good as Shameless, though. I got a penalty. Too many men. Not enough. Thank you, Dusk. I appreciate you. Come on, Kraken. All right, so we got shots on goal, 17 for the Kraken, 8 for the Stars. Big hits, Dallas 23, Seattle 15, unusual. Face-offs 1, Dallas 16, Seattle 10, no surprise. And Dallas has got 2 minutes in the penalty, so power play is just about to end here. Oh! Big hit. Fans are going crazy after that big hit. Oh, nice save. Ottinger with the save. Dadonov. Let me see the hit again. Cartier. Oh, shit. Big hit. That was a big hit on Cartier. Oh, baby, baby, baby. We need to find a way. We need to find a way, baby. Come on now. Oh, baby, 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 baby. I knew this was going to be a tough matchup. We need to get someone going. Bjorkstrand has been a little quiet, since game 1. It'd be nice for him to get going. Or Maddie. That'd be nice. Or maybe Jordan. Jordan scores every game, it seems like. So it's just a matter of time for Eberle to get going. It's just tough for Gru. I know he's trying his best, but like I said, when you're going against a quality team, like Colorado Avalanche or the Dallas Stars, even if the goalie's done pretty well up to that point, there's going to be games where you get rocked. And hopefully we can minimize the bleeding a little bit. That's facts. Come on, Hack. Let's go, baby. Come on, Kraken. 54-33. Disgusting. Game 6. Denver leads 3-2. It's over. Everyone thought, oh, we got Kevin Durant. We're winning the championship. Not so fast. And Kevin Durant isn't, as good as he was a few years ago. Like, remember when it was like KD and LeBron and KD? Now it's like, Giannis and Embiid and Luka and all these other players that, are kind of surpass them. Now we already know like LeBron and KD still can put up good performances, but they're no longer the top dogs. Most goals in a series by age 38 or more. Joe breaking records, taking names. Pavelski. 3-1 Dallas. I'm just looking at the scoreboard for the MLB. Giants 2, Diamondbacks 0, Rangers 3, Athletics 0, Reds 5, Mets 0 final. Padres lost 5-3 to Twins. Sorry, Elliot. And then Royals won 4-3 over the White Sox. And then the Rays beat the Yankees' ass 8-2. No Cardinals, no Mariners today. So we got to wait till tomorrow. I think we play the Tigers tomorrow. Ottinger kind of flips it out there to his teammate. Well, series isn't over yet. And even if you guys were to beat us, I don't know if it's a guarantee that you guys beat Edmonton or yes, let's go. Go, baby. Yes, there is no guarantee that you beat us, let alone beat Edmonton or Vegas. Now, you guys are good, but look at this. Is this going to be our second comeback in the NHL playoffs? We only have one comeback all playoffs. Hello. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Nice comeback. Larson. Woo! Let's go, baby. Larson. Woo! There we go. 3-2 Stars. Let's go. And then obviously it's a little weird too, because normally Seattle will have, different goals by different players. Like obviously in game 3, we had like 7 goals by 7 different players. Really weird, very unusual. And then in this game, we have 2 goals by one individual. Could we have a hat trick, by someone at some point, possibly? Or is that McCann? I was going to say they had Larson on there, but I thought it was McCann. All right, Jared, let's go. They didn't update for me. It put up Larson again, and I was like, wasn't that McCann? And it was. But I have to look at the fucking app, obviously, that's on the screen. But I was like, that's not Larson. But I was going with it until they corrected it. Let's go. And that was going to be a factor for us. If Jared can get out there and he can actually provide a little bit of lift, that could be the difference between us winning the series or not winning the series. Where did I put that? Where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. Cut 4. Cut 4. Cut 4, baby. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, but, getting the jersey, there's no regrets. We could lose the series, and that'll be something that you're going to have forever. So regardless if we win today, we lose today, we win the series, we lose the series, it's just going to be a nice piece for you to have for the rest of your life to represent the Kraken. There is no regrets when you invest that much money in a jersey of one of your favorites. Facts. All right, baby. Woo! I saw it and I was like, Larson again? I was like, no, it's not. But then I looked on the ESPN app and I was like, I think they need to correct that. They made the error, unassisted. Jared McCann. Get your shit together, ESPN. Bang, 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 baby. Let's go, Jared. Kraken goal. Jared McCann unassisted 7:30 in the second period. 3-2 Stars. And this is a little unusual for Seattle, especially when you're on the road. Everything is looking a little bleak. And then, but again, the second period is Seattle's period. They always play very, very well. Like that's the money period. First period typically is not good for Seattle. Maybe we get 1 goal or none, but second period is the one that usually we can take advantage of, and we're doing it again. 19 shots on goal for Seattle, 9 for Dallas. Big hits. I can't believe this. 24 for Dallas, 20 for Seattle. And the faceoffs won 17-12. So Dallas is always going to beat us in faceoffs. Wow, it went off his own skate. Wow, so it really even wasn't him. Wow, so they gave it to McCann, but he didn't even really do anything. It went off the skate of one of the Stars. And that sometimes with deflections, I know it happens and whatnot. But hey, anytime you get a cheap goal off a deflection, I guess you just have to take it, baby. Nice. Heck yeah, bro. I got to wait for the Mariners tomorrow. Haven't seen the Tigers all year, so I'm a little intrigued. But I won't be able to do that. We're going to end up doing, it's either going to be Lakers, Warriors, or the Dodgers and the Padres. And I think we'll probably end up doing, I'll do a vote in the morning, but I probably still will end up doing the Dodgers and Padres. I haven't done a Dodger game in a minute. And I know obviously Laker and Warrior game will be good. But again, it's like we did a vote last time, and out of all the people that voted, 30 plus, only a fraction of the people showed up. So it's kind of pointless for me to be like, what stream do we do, fans? And then they vote and they don't come. You know what I mean? So, and even though I know that the Laker and the Warrior game is bigger, the magnitude of being in the playoffs compared to a regular season matchup with the Padres and the Dodgers, but we'll see. I think we'll probably get more people doing the baseball matchup, and hopefully we can get a good number to come through. So we get more subs and we get more traction when we do NHL and when we do baseball compared to like NASCAR or NBA, unfortunately. Yeah, but also the shots on goal have to be good shots on goal. I mean, sometimes you get 3 or 4 shots on goal, bang, 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 but it's like, they're not really good ones. They're in traffic, they're getting hit off someone's shoulder, off a skate. Sometimes it's not a good look, but it is good that we're being aggressive, but this game is just weird altogether. Just for the fact that Dallas has more hits. I already know they're going to win the faceoff round all the time, right? But shots on goal with 19, they have to be quality. And, Dallas has got 10 and got 3 goals. So, but at least we're fighting. So I love that. I know. That's why, bro, that's exactly why. I mean, we know we have it come up and then they end up changing it. And they just changed it again, just like you said right here. It said it was unassisted. And then they went from McCann, even though it went off the skate of a Star, right? And then assisted by Yanni and Brandon. So I guess how it goes. There you go. You don't need to rewrite the whole thing. So thank you, man. Yeah, that's why with like the ESPN app, you can never, they'll put something up there and sometimes whoever's doing the editing on there, sometimes they don't do it correct. But eventually they'll get it right. Let's go, baby. At least we're back in it. 3-2, Stars are up, but we're fighting, and we actually have a shot. Let's go. Let's get it, baby.
Well, he's jumped into a little different spot for us here. We bumped him up a couple lines.
And I do think that if we do win the series in 7, McCann will be a factor. He will be a factor, in Game 6 and Game 7. I guess I still don't know how many line changes and how many minutes he's going to play, but even in limited, he's already making a difference. I'll tell you that.
We got to make sure we take care of that the rest of the game, and then we just got to stay with what we're doing at the other end of the rink. We're on the puck. We're putting a lot of pressure on. The more traffic we get, the more successful we'll have.
All right, come on, Kraken. I mean, most teams that go down 3-0, it's a 99% loss or win. If you're up 3-0, you're winning 99% of the time, because you're probably not done. You're probably going to end up getting 2 to 3 more goals, especially if you already got 3 at that point. So for Seattle to be down 3 and mentally not get out of it and to keep fighting, get that first one, stop the bleeding, put the Band-Aid on, and then to get a lucky one after that, that's exactly what Seattle and the Kraken needed. Release the Kraken. And even if we end up losing this one in a heartbreaker, like let's say 5-4, at least it shows that we have the fight in us, and that'll get us more motivated than if we were to lose this game 3-0, go into Seattle, and maybe underperform and lose Game 6. So I know Seattle will win Game 6, but what will happen here? 4-on-4 power play. Appreciate you, Dusk. Come on, baby. 8:45 left in the second period. Schultz with interference. Golly. Come on, Seattle. I mean, if you can find a way to get it to be 3-3 going into the third period, we legitimately could end up winning the series. We win tonight, win in Seattle. But that's the thing, though, that Dallas is so good that we can't get our hopes up thinking that if we come back and win this, that it's automatically over in Seattle in Game 6, because just the way that the flow of the series is gone, it would be very plausible and realistic that Dallas would steal one in Seattle in 6, and then we'd have to go to 7 and then try our luck then. But it would be amazing if we could come back and win here and then win Game 6 and to surprise the hell out of everyone. It's probably the most least likely, result. Winning tonight, winning game 6, and moving on. Not saying that we can't do it, but I'm just trying to give proper love and respect to Dallas because I know how good they are. And Grew has been struggling a little bit. Good save. Out of play.
Well, there's Domi again, making great decisions with the puck. He's the one that creates the turnover. A nice little interception in the zone. Starts up through the neutral zone. Gets it back, but just drives the puck with him a little bit to change the release on the shooting angle.
Dusk, you're the man.
And fires it, just misses one top shelf.
Pete DeBoer didn't mince words with us this morning, Jim. He said Domi may be their best player this postseason. And that includes the exploits of Pavelski and hits.
Come on, baby.
Think about responses to the camp goal. Now it's the Stars that have had the last 5 shots of the game.
Come on, Kraken. 3-on-1. That's difficult. No help there for him. 13 seconds left from the 4-on-4. The money line has changed on DraftKings for sure, especially with Seattle getting those 2 goals, which is very uncharacteristic for them. But we are good, again, in the second period. It's our best period. If you go back and look through game in, game out, it's the one that we're usually the most active. We're going to be aggressive usually in the first period, but that doesn't necessarily lead into the goal. But usually we settle down and find ourselves, and then that second period is, usually where we can either catch up or extend the lead. And that's crazy to think that we only have one comeback in the playoffs. Not ideal, hearing that, but maybe this could be number 2. History is meant to be broken, right? It repeats itself like a motherfucker, though. History tends to repeat itself a lot. It's like 90%, and then you just got to hope that 10% chance where you have something crazy happens, it happens for your team, which it is possible, but it's just far and few between when you have those special circumstances. 6:20 left in the second period. Shots on goal for the Kraken, 20, 13 for the Stars. Hits, 24-21, Dallas leading there. And faceoffs 1. We got to be better, 21-13, Stars. Penalty minutes, Dallas 4, Seattle 2.
You think about how resilient he's been, how smooth he is through the neutral zone, just putting the puck into space. The back check there when pressure's coming so strong in his stance. Defensive zone, this was the takeaway, makes it look so easy.
Nice to see, even though it's going against us, nice to see Jason, even though he hasn't got a goal, at least he's got a couple assists today. And you know how great fucking Joe is. Unbelievable player.
Such an impact player.
Come on, Kraken. Heiskanen. 5:40 to go in the second period. Come on, Seattle. Keep fighting. We can't give up another goal in this period. It would be very critical of our chances in the third if we can hold them here. And we don't necessarily even need to tie it up. I mean, that would be fantastic. But, what are the chances of us getting 3 in a period? Not impossible, but, we'd have to have a little luck. We got luck on that second goal going off the Dallas Star player's skate and went in. Could we get a miracle to happen again? It's not likely in this period, but you never know. The game got me going like this, baby. Yay! Uh-oh. Getting chippy out there. Joe with the interception. Uh-oh. $65. Let's get to $100. 35 to go. Icing against Dallas, baby.
On Saturday, Dallas and
That's what we see more with Sagan, right? Those plays of taking it to the net, not just waiting for the pass from somebody else, but making plays develop for himself.
Bjorkstrand with a chance. That's eaten up by Optinger. 3:54 to go in the second. Tyler Sagan on the drive to the net front.
Whew. Started off slow, getting kind of electric now, though. All right, baby, let's go. All right, what else is going on? Let me see what's going on for, oh my God, Nuggets 71, Suns 45. Good night. Good night. Let me look at the, I'm going to look at the ticker here. What's going on? Does Joker have close to a triple-double already? Of course it is. 25 and 7. Unbelievable. Caldwell Pope, 21. Murray, 14. The Joker, 20. Porter Jr., 6. And what do you got here? Oh, Kevin Durant, 1 for 10, 4 points. Guy is not the same player. It's not the same player. Bye-bye, Phoenix. They thought for sure, we get him, we're going to win. Not so fast. Unbelievable. Just like when they had Kyrie come over there with Dallas and they thought they were going to solve all the problems for Luka. And you could tell he doesn't like playing with Kyrie. It's like Kyrie, we know he's a good player, you know, a Hall of Fame type of player. But when you get me players like Durant and Kyrie, it ends up being more of like a cancer to the team than actually being an asset to the team. That's facts. It's like it does more damage for the team than whatever they do positive for the team, more chances or not, which is kind of crazy to think that players could be that good and be a liability, but they are. You know, it doesn't help, you know, teams that have superstars there already if they are me guys because they want to be the man. You think Kyrie wants to, you know, let Luka be the man? Hell no. He's going to want to be the man himself. Too much ego. Big hits today.
Turnovers for them, so just playing a significant role. And they even talk about how excited the Stars were to take pride in their roles. So even shorthanded, when you get that chance, you're jumping over.
Come on, Kraken.
And certainly Fox is a great example of doing just that.
Oh my God, mango madness. It's delicious. Oh. Series tied 2-2. Kraken down by a goal, which is, I mean, it was looking like it was going to be really ugly, like, you know, something that we had in game 3 against them, where it could be like maybe a 7-2 kind of game when it was all said and done. But we fought and we're battling. And that's the thing about Seattle, you know what I mean? Like, they might not be the favorite, but they're not going to just get steamrolled in the series every single game. Yeah, we might get blown out in a game or two in a 7-game series, but I think in a majority of the games, you know, besides the ones that they win, even if they do lose, some of them will be pretty close. Come on, Seattle. And you can definitely see the lift of energy out of the Kraken players instead of thinking, fuck, it's over. Let's just go to, you know, Seattle and win game 6 and see what happens in game 7. Like, the focus is still there where we actually have a shot to pull off a miracle, win this, come back and win, and somehow play great in Seattle, fight that, you know, that energy, even though Dallas will be fighting it. And maybe we could end up win here and then win game 6 and then we go against Vegas or Edmonton. That would be just amazing. Obviously, it would be a lot cooler winning in front of the Seattle fans instead of winning on the road in game 7, but both will be fantastic. I mean, regardless, a win is a win. Less than 2 minutes to go in the second period. But I do appreciate Dusk, Odin's son, Megan, Sarah, all you guys, that really got me, to this point. What have I been doing? I guess I could have started with the Kraken last year and just been like, let's do it. But also, I have to feel like if there's going to be an audience that would be able to do it. But I guess you just got to start at some point, whenever that is, and then just continue with it. So now that starting point was Game 7 against Colorado. But if I was going to start at any point, that's a hell of a time to start, because there was no guarantee that we were going to even win that game. So I'm really happy that we were able to share that experience together, as well as all these NHL playoff matchups. And I know like the Sixers and Boston, and I know the Lakers and Warriors are fantastic matchups, but I still enjoy NHL matchups better than the NBA. Even if it's a prime time, one of the best, matchups in the playoffs, like it's like almost must-see TV for a lot of people. I still would rather do NHL playoffs, even if it's lower teams, or teams that aren't the Kraken. I just dig and enjoy a playoff hockey more than playoff basketball. It's not the same for me. You know what I mean? Like I can still enjoy a good basketball matchup, but it's just, for me, it's not as enjoyable as playoff hockey overall for me. Oh! The ref had to jump. He thought he was going to have to jump over the player. It's like you don't really have a lot of moments in NBA. Like you're getting a lot of, crazy fights and big checks and, amazing passing and, good save. Just more energy, throughout the matchup. Facts. Matt in the building. How are you? 30 seconds left in the second period. Good to hear, Matt. Oh, save it. Save it. Save it. Save it. Get it out of there. Hold on against the Kraken, but that was going to be a goal. You could tell. Shit. Great fight by Seattle. Yeah, Jason draws the penalty here. But look, okay, boom, right there, right there. Oh, get that leg over there. And Jason hasn't scored all series, so he's due. He's going to score at some point, or at least you thought he was going to score. 40-plus goals, the most he's ever had in the regular season. Kind of quiet, but they have Joe, so it doesn't really matter. They have other guys they can rely on. Come on, Kraken. What a great period for them. Power play 0 for 1 for the Stars, and we're just about to get to the end of the second period here. Oh, don't give up a goal here. Shit. All right, there it is. End of the second period, 3-2 Stars. What a fantastic period for us. If we just didn't give up that early goal at the very beginning by Joe, could be 2-2, and then we really don't know who's going to win in the third period. But still a hell of an effort. And, if we can hold them to nothing in the third and tie it, maybe we can go to OT and maybe win. Or hell, maybe we can get 2 goals in the third period. We've done it before. Exciting. As long as we're not getting blown out. That's the thing. They're fighting, and I really respect that. All right, let's take a look at the stats here real quick. All right, so what do we got here? So shots on goal. Let me see if I got to make sure everything's updated because we know how that goes. All right, here we go. So end of the second. So we got 22 shots on goal for the Kraken, 16 for the Stars, but it's 3-2 Dallas. So obviously their percentage is better. Big hits. Seattle's catching up, but still unusual that Dallas has more hits than Seattle. Dallas 30 tonight. 25 for Seattle, and that's maybe a part of why we're losing. But the biggest part of why we're losing, it's not necessarily the shots on goal that weren't good for Seattle, 22-16. The face-offs that Dallas wins, that's always what it's going to be. 25 face-offs won to 15 to Seattle. So, and both teams have 4 penalty minutes each. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully they can pull off the miracle. Yeah, I saw that they did a restructuring of his contract, to kind of move the money around. So I think everything will be fine with DK, Lockett, and Jackson Smith-Njigba. Yeah, see. Your boy reads. I do too. So, yeah, I saw that this morning. I'm always anything that's sport related, I'm always going to be looking.
Of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other, meaning every turn is met with unwavering confidence. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Come on, Carter! So you don't have them on skates yet, huh?
All right, baby, let's go. We have a shot. And then again, tomorrow we'll do Warriors, Lakers, Game 6, or Dodgers, Padres. Probably we'll do the Dodgers and Padres. And I'll watch the Lakers and Warriors at the same time, and we'll go over, we'll follow both. But I think the primary will end up being the Dodger game because the Mariners play at 3:40, and that'll be, too early. I won't be able to prep in time for that because obviously, people still have to get things done in here and work. And then at 7:10, MLB Network has got the Padres and Dodgers. So I think that would be kind of like a nice nightcap, to be able to hang out and watch that. And then we can follow to see if the Warriors win Game 6 to force a Game 7, which I think is very possible. Halftime, 81-51 Nuggets. Embarrassing. Kevin Durant, 2 for 11. The experiment did not work. But at least you can't blame CP3. But, no Ayton, no CP3. Like they just gave up. They're like, nope, we have no chance of winning. The game is over. Sad.
Policies for our region. I'm asking you to vote no on the capital gains tax.
Yeah, and he's one of the most underrated players in the NFL, and I've been saying that for a long, long time. For me, going back before guys actually got the love, before Cooper Kupp actually got Stafford to come in, I thought for the longest time, like the 3 biggest underrated receivers were Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett, DJ Moore. I thought those were the 3 that, if they just got an opportunity, that those were the 3 that were the most underrated from a few years ago. Then we saw Cooper Kupp blow up and have one of the most amazing seasons in NFL history, yards, touchdowns, receptions. So now we already know how great Cooper Kupp is, but can he stay healthy, moving forward? That's the key. And, Stafford's getting older. The Rams are no longer Super Bowl contenders. Their window is done, right? So that's that. But with DJ Moore now with the trade, we'll see what he can end up doing. Obviously going to a new team. We'll see what happens there with DJ Moore and Justin Fields with the Bears. And then Lockett has always been very, very good, great hands, and, a guy that goes through mental health and still be able to, connect with fans and grind it out. Lockett is awesome. Like I said, he can play outside, he can play in the slot, and the offense should be very exciting to watch. Not a lot of holes there besides the defense. Just keep building the line, keep building the defense. It's like you got the quarterback, you got running backs, you got a good running back room, lots of wide receivers. I would like to see you guys get a better tight end, at some point. If you can get like a big name tight end, or draft one, like a big name, just to have like a nice check down guy. And maybe that'll happen in a year or two where you'll get a free agent tight end or a drafted tight end, a big one, not just a regular tight end, but a guy that could be a difference maker. Not saying like a George Kittle per se, but that would be pretty amazing if you could add a piece like that, and then obviously O-line needs work. And the defense needs the most work. The D-line, the linebackers. Secondary looks like it's very promising moving forward. So really it's going to come down to the D-line and the linebackers. Can they hold their own? And they need to improve those spots. But slowly but surely, it's looking good for Seattle.
Spot is able to also join the rush and with Yari going back the defenders off and create that screen in front of the net. So you can see it here even more. I know it doesn't look like a lot.
All right, we're still at intermission right now. Just seeing if there's anything else that I can turn on. Halftime for the Nuggets and the Suns, 81-51, blowout city. Nuggets are up 3-2. They win the series. Bye-bye, Phoenix. You sit on the couch. And then Boston won on the road today, even though Jaylen Brown got a little banged up, 95-86. That goes to 7 games. That would be something I would consider doing as well. Let me see when the next matchup for that would be. Would that be Saturday? Friday? When are they playing? Friday's Knicks Heat, Warriors Lakers. And that should be when the Heat win the matchup there at home. And then, again, Warriors will have a chance to win that game on the road. And then Saturday, see if they've listed it, Sunday. And then Sunday would be Sixers and Celtics and possibly Lakers, Warriors, Game 7. So Sunday could be a pretty big day, obviously, for sports, depending on what we get, especially if we have, both games on that particular day, Sixers and Boston, and then Warriors, if they can get to that point, unless the Lakers take care of business tomorrow. The Mavs embarrass the Suns 83-24. I don't. But no CP3, no Ayton. It's not like a full complement of a team. But again, we already know the CP3 curse. CP3 plays on a team. They play good in the regular season, and they always choke. Sometimes they're up 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. They just never can get it done. They're like franchise is kind of cursed a little bit. Oh, energy, baby. And then we had Carolina beat New Jersey earlier, so they move on in the bracket. And then I'm looking to see what the schedule is. Then we got Panthers, Maple Leafs tomorrow. Florida's up 3-1. Good opportunity for Toronto to make it 3-2. Or Florida will find a way to win in Toronto, and they could end up winning the series. And then we got the Oilers and the Golden Knights knotted up at 2 games each, which will be a good one. I don't really know who's going to come out on that one. They're very evenly split, the Golden Knights and the Oilers. So we're definitely getting down to the nitty-gritty in the NHL playoffs, which I love. And I just wish I would have done hockey, a long time ago. But again, I need to have a connection before I really do it. And I could have started, I guess, with the Kraken last year, but as an expansion team. But again, everything is a kind of a strategic move, by me on what I decide to do. And even though I finally got it here, obviously in year number 2 in the playoffs, but at least we'll be doing hockey moving forward on the channel, which I enjoy. So 83-24 at half. Wow. Yeah. CP3 is a choke artist. Facts. Let me look at the baseball scores, see if there's anything else going on today. Looks like most of the games are pretty much over. We only have 2 games left. Rangers up 4-0 on the A's in the bottom of the 8th. And then we got Giants up 2-0 on the Diamondbacks on the top of the 8th. And everything else is a final. 5-0 Reds over the Mets. 5-3 Twins over the Padres. 4-3 Royals over the White Sox. And then Rays 8-2 over the Yankees. And we got some good quality matchups tomorrow on the MLB side. So Mariners and Tigers. Who do we got pitching tomorrow? Marco Gonzalez 2-0 versus Matthew Boyd 2-2. I'm interested in that matchup. And then the big one will be that Dodger-Padre matchup. And that one's going to be May versus Blake Snell. Let's go. All right, Kraken, we have a shot, baby. Let's go. Yeah, and the Joker is single-handedly the one guy that could steal a championship from the Eastern Conference. I know a lot of people it's kind of like the San Antonio Spurs, if you were a fan of them at one point. Sometimes it's not sexy. Tim Duncan isn't going to throw down dunks like Kevin Garnett. He's not a street ball kind of player. It's more of like, screen, kind of do it by the book. And sometimes that can get boring. But when you're so, fundamentally sound and it's not like sexy, you're not doing top 10 Sports Center dunks and whatnot, but you're still winning games. That's what Denver feels like to me. They're like kind of like the modern day Spurs, but not as good, obviously. But this could be the year, depending on the injuries with Jaylen Brown and some of these other guys in the Eastern Conference. If they're barely crawling in to the finals and Denver's healthy, even though I thought that it was going to be Bucks or Celtics in 6 this year, now who knows? Maybe Denver could end up winning the championship in 6 or 7. It's very possible. Obviously Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and a lot of the supporting cast would have to step up. But they are the only team left that's really a defensive first, rebounding first team. And Joker's almost unguardable. The only way you beat them is if you get him in foul trouble, which is very difficult to do. But, I mean, maybe the only team that could beat Denver is maybe, Boston? Maybe, but other than that, I don't know if there's any other team that could beat Denver. I mean, if it was Denver and the Sixers, that one would probably go 6 or 7, but. All right, we're about to get started here in the third period, and hopefully we can find a way to pull off a miracle here. But even if we lose, I love the heart and the fight, to get those 2 goals. One that was legitimate, one off a Stars player's skate. And at least it's not 3-0. And, everyone is just like, well, it's time for game 6. So at least we're still in it. So. Oh, that's facts. Well, it's not only NBA players, but yeah, of course. That's true. Yeah. But you can kind of tell, based off the Joker and his ability, and you got Embiid and you got Luka and all these guys, but you can tell besides MVPs for the Joker, maybe they need a little bit better bench or another superstar to play with the Joker and Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. But it just feels like Denver will win a championship. It feels like at some point before the Joker retires. I mean, it seems like that team is getting closer and closer. Maybe they get to the finals and lose in 6, but I don't know. They just need to get to the finals and then just, get that experience and kind of go from there. Wyatt on the TV.
I think just sticking to our details and following pucks and I think that's where we're best.
20 points for the Joker. 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. I mean, there's not very many guys that are so well-rounded. I mean, Giannis is pretty goddamn well-rounded as well, but the Joker, I mean, for a guy that looks like Walter or Gunther in WWE, that's like the best comparison. Might not be like the best, in the world, but he definitely holds their own. And there's not really anything flashy about, Gunther, but same thing with the Joker. Sometimes you don't got to be flashy to get the job done. $65. Let's get to a hundo. 35 to go. All right, come on, intermission. Let's go. I'm ready.
Nothing is ever out of place. But that's why you can't take that like it should be. I think Hank can wear that suit. I'm getting giddy at home. He's married, folks. MLB on TBS Tuesday is back for a new season. We are ready to take this on. Every Tuesday night, TBS is on the call. Cubs Astros, Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. on TBS. Let me tell you a story. Rooted in the heart of America. Raised by generations. Share.
Begin with a need. No. Begin with a want.
Yeah, there's a pretty jam-packed weekend of sports. Seems like there's going to be a lot going on.
Electric for short trips. Combustion and electric for longer journeys. Versatility. Performance and efficiency without compromise. The Mazda CX-9 plug-in hybrid. This is Roundup for Lawns. This stuff works. This stuff kills.
You talking to me?
Without killing your
Yeah.
This stuff works on day one. This stuff works for up to 3 months.
Sure, that sounds good. We got one. I got one more period to go. So probably 45 minutes, and then it'll be done. Ooh, that sounds good. Some extra ingredients. Okay, sounds good. Let's do that. You know, or if you just want to wait 45 minutes and then do everything, or I'll help or whatever. Okay. I can wait for 45 minutes and I'll do that after then. Okay. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Mother's Day. I still got to be able to find time to record, but maybe I'll be able to stop by and hang out with her on Sunday or Monday, just depending on what her schedule is like. So.
Achieve game day flow faster, so he can do more with his time off the clock. Quick clips.
I wish these intermissions weren't as long, but I understand why they take kind of a while with everything.
Bread doesn't go bad after a day. So why would we just give it away when we can still sell it? Because, well,
All right, come on, Kraken. This could be really big for the franchise. Again, if you find a way to win this matchup, even if it goes to OT and we win 4-3, or if we find a way to get 2 goals and they end up winning 4-3, and then they win in Seattle, what that's obviously best case scenario. Or lose today, win game 6 in Seattle, and then win game 7. But the most likely scenario, just based on how things have been playing out, is Dallas wins here, Seattle wins game 6. We fight like hell, but we lose game 7 in Dallas unless we can pull off a Avalanche repeat. But I still believe that we have a chance. I really do. This team is a fighting team. Hopefully we can just get a little bit more consistency, and they can help out Gru so he's just not getting bombarded with a bunch of fucking shots on goal. Most different goal scorers this postseason: Seattle 18, Jersey 15, Tampa, Toronto, Carolina 14. So it shows that we have the depth that we can score with anybody. And McKenna's back from the injury, so that's another lift for us. So we got to be able to hold Dallas to nothing in this period, or 1, and try to get a goal or 2 and just kind of see what happens. Even if we get to go to OT, I like Seattle's chances in OT if we get there with momentum, and we just have to have a great third period. But if we end up losing by a goal or 2, no worries. We can fight and win game 6, and then we just have to bring it all in game 7. It's just very difficult to win on the road in this scenario. 19 minutes left in the third period. Dallas power play, 1:05 left. Stars 3, Kraken 2. Let's go, Seattle. Oh, interesting. Are you bringing like your laptop, or are you bringing like a device with you? Are you going to be able to work with me when you're at that time period when you're going to be there, or are you not going to have access to be able to come through? You're going to have a computer to be able to hop on at some point to be able to hang out with me, or are you going to be busy? Because I'll have to have another mod, be in the building to help if you're not able to. Sounds like a fun trip, though. 45 seconds left on the power play for the Stars. Robertson, Ben, Hintz, Harley, Heiskanen. 37-0-2 in the regular season, 6-0 in the playoffs, both most wins in the NHL after leading after the second period. So not a good look for Seattle. But again, with Seattle being an expansion team within the first 2 years, we don't have a lot of history. So this would be a time to kind of make our own history, per se. So full strength. Come on, baby. Nice save. Oh, shit. Get up. Get up, get up, get it out of there. Good save. Oh, sometimes the puck moves so quickly and the passing is so crisp that it's like you can see the puck on the ice and all of a sudden you blink and then it's already in the net. 17:25 left in the third period. Come on, Kraken. 23 shots on goal for the Kraken, 17 for the Stars. We're getting closer to the hits, 30-26. Dallas is leading, but normally we always on the side. And the faceoffs is going to be the key in this period. It's 25-17 Dallas. We need to be able to get closer in that number. Instead of being 8 off, it needs to be like, 25-21, something of that nature. If we can get a little bit closer and win a few more, that could be the difference in this third period. Okay, so it sounds like you might be able to hang with me still. He said shaved ice. 16:20 left in the third period. 3-2 Stars. Come on, Kraken. $15:35 to go. Matt's in Hawaii. He says, I need that shaved ice. I got you, bro. That actually looks really good. Is shaved ice a big thing there in Hawaii? 15:20 left in the third period. Come on, Seattle. Release the Kraken. Come on. Yeah, I have. But I imagine, there's usually going to be vendors of like different, food trucks and stuff that will sell stuff like that from time to time. But there's going to be some places that will have better quality for sure. Come on, Kraken. Go, go, go. Stars fans are booing. Yeah, for us, it's probably not as big in the United States, except if it's like, at a particular community that, has like a famous place. I know there's a few places in the United States that have big shaved ice locations and whatnot, but I'm not sure if we have too many here in Oregon, maybe like 1 or 2. And that's going to be more of like a springtime, summertime type of location if that's the only thing you're selling. I don't know how many people are going to want shaved ice in the fall and winter. I mean, I imagine people will buy it, but. Icing. 6 minutes in. Tomorrow, Panthers and Maple Leafs. Florida leads 3-1. Would be nice for them just to eliminate Toronto and move on, but we'll see. And then we got the Oilers and the Golden Knights, which is probably the most well-rounded, even series, kind of like the Stars and Kraken, where you don't really know who's going to win. Yeah, the Dallas is favored, but I'm not really sure if Edmonton or Vegas is necessarily the favorite. Like, you know, it's very even in that series. I could see that one playing out both ways. So.
He's finding a balance between, yes, getting the rest, but also wanting to have some short skates in there as well, certainly after travel and spending the time on the airplane. So both these coaches, right, making sure they have a good pulse of the team and giving their players what they need to be sharp and ready on the ice.
Come on, Kraken. Shit. Go, 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 go. Here we go. There we go. Come on, Seattle. No, I think that they thought there was going to be a penalty on Seattle, and then they didn't call it. I think that's why they're never going to boo their own team. Out of play. All right, let's take a look at the updated stats here. What do we got? All right, let's take a quick look. All right, shots on goal, Kraken 23, Stars 18. Hits, that's where we're getting caught up now, 32-31, but we normally always win the hits, and we're losing that by 1, and that's obviously why Dallas is up 3-2. And the faceoffs is really the reason why Seattle struggles. 26 wins for Dallas, 17 for Seattle. I don't think we've beaten them in faceoffs in any game in the series. I think we've always been behind. So to even be 2-2 in the series and lose faceoffs every game, and that number is pretty incredible.
This is a bowling trophy.
Yeah, the biggest one they had.
Hopefully Hack's got something in his sleeve, baby.
Hi, I'm Ben Stiller. As an actor, my job is to make people believe what you're seeing is real. Wow, it's like really good. Or am I just acting? Taste it for yourself and find out.
Stop waiting in line at drive-thrus just to place an order. Use the Domino's app on Apple CarPlay instead.
Okay, what should we get?
Carry out any large one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you use the Domino's app on Apple CarPlay.
Time now for the Jägermeister shot of the night. Big hits. We're going to go on back-to-back games.
Look at the snap on that one. Great timing on the entry to just jump into that space and know when to release it. Morgan's in front of him, but can't get a stick on it. And you have to appreciate, certainly, his postseason career, but how well he's played tonight. A goal and assist here in Game 5. Playing extremely well.
5 points in this series now for hits. 3 shots on goal combined between the two teams here in the third. Dallas 6-0 and leading through 2 periods in the playoffs. The best record in these Stanley Cup playoffs. They also have the best record in the regular season when leading after 2.
Let's go, Kraken. 12 minutes left in the third period. Let's go, Seattle. All right, Vampire, take it easy, brother. Series tied 2-2. Oh, got me nervous. Get it out of the zone. And Grew has settled down, and the team is helping him out. Just that flurry of goals. And I just wish that Dallas didn't get that goal in the initial start of the second period. If we were sitting at 2-2 right now, man, that would be so nice. But even if we can force OT, I think that the momentum is in our favor, especially because at that point we would have scored the last 3 goals if we get it to 3-3. And what would make us think that we would just lose at that point? I mean, obviously we could, but momentum is in our favor right now. .23 shots on goal for the Kraken, 18 for the Stars. Stars won the first period. Seattle won the second period. Who will win the third? Come on, baby. And you just got to get that energy, that boost, that motivation. Who's going to be that emotional leader for the Kraken? Is it going to be Hack? Is it going to be one of the players? Something needs to happen here. Uh-oh. What happened to his stick? High stick. Oh, close game. It's like the Nuggets are the most dominant, boring team in the NBA. Look at that. 46 goals, 63 assists, 109 points for Jason, but no goals for him. Hintz has been good, and Joe has been just a masterpiece. 111 goals, 150 assists, 261 points. 35% of their goals and overall assists are from those three guys, and they are studs. 10:48 left in the third period. Come on, baby. Face off 17 for 44, 27 for 44. Ugh. Uh-oh, chippy. Yeah, you want to punch? You want to jab? Look at the Stars fans, that guy in the front row. He's losing his mind. Who wears a sports coat with a T-shirt to a Stars game? Why are you wearing a jersey? Why are you wearing a sport coat over your T-shirt? Come on, Stars. Be better. Come on, Kraken. I would like to see a Bjorkstrand or Maddie or Jordan. You know, Jordan usually scores every game. There's going to be an opportunity for one of those guys. But we haven't really seen Bjorkstrand really do a whole lot since game one. So maybe it'll be Jordan. Uh-oh. Thank you. Offsides. That dressing is good. Damn.
And it's Fox up there to pick up the puck. And a nice stick there by Dunn to intercept the pass before it gets across to Glendening. Looking on the replay, see what happened.
We haven't had a good one like that in a while.
The edge work there by Alexiak just misses not quite the edge work that we saw from Biz on his demonstration intermission. So Coach Biz might be a new student here.
9:50 left in the third period. Oh. Nice save by Ottinger there.
Still 3-2 Dallas in game 5.
OTR Premium Cocktails. You're already making the tacos. Why make the margaritas too? That's cocktailing on OTR.
Oh, so good. The feta, and then where did the nut come from? Did you buy that separately? Oh, yeah. That makes it. That's like when we get it at the restaurant and you buy it. That's
Something I was missing though is the cranberry, but I replaced it with that one.
yeah, still good.
Unique style. Cutting edge innovation. And thoughtful details. Inspired by you. A brand that delivers amazing ownership experiences.
What?
I can't find the remote for the bedroom one.
This is Lexus. Electrified. Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive contains ALA to relieve nerve aches and B-complex vitamins to fortify healthy nerves. Try Nervive and try Nervive Pain Relieving Roll-On.
Trying to destroy our mic. Wyatt Johnston wearing her active mic presented by Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. A rookie season it was for the 19-year-old former first-round pick of the Dallas Stars. Anchoring that third line because the center on that line doesn't get a face-off. Went to an important role with the captain of this team and Jamie Benn.
All right, 9:30 to go in the third period. Do or die. Good save. Come on, Kraken. Here we go. Getting a little bit of rhythm here. Ooh. Shot was high, no good. 8:50 to go in the third period. And when Dallas has the lead in the regular season or the playoffs, they have no losses when they lead going into the third period. There it is. Did they score? Oh, no goal. I thought they scored. They updated the scoreboard to 4-2, but I guess it didn't count. They got to figure this out. What happened there? Was that a goal or not? Now the fans are going to be saying it's bullshit or something. I'll say it looked like a goal. Did he? Oh. Oh. Damn it. I was going to say it looked like they scored. Oh, that hurts. Hence. Why? He's got 2 goals. Man. That might be the beginning of the end for us. And of course, they had to score after I said that they've never lost a game when they've been ahead going into the third period. Dallas offsides on the line. Fuck. But again, expected. It was going to be very, very difficult. We were going to have to play the game of our life to be able to steal this one. This was a must-win game for Dallas if they want to advance, just like it's going to be a must-win game for Seattle in Game 6. And then we can just see who the best team is in Game 7. But still, it's, you know, just to even get it to 7 would be a big accomplishment. So 2 goals and 1 assist for Hintz. 4-2 Stars. That's not the nail in the coffin yet, but we're getting close. It's like if you had 4 nails in the coffin, 2 of them are already, you know, the lid is not closed yet, but the bottom of the casket is closed. It's going to be very difficult to hold Dallas to no more goals and get 2 in the last 8 minutes. Not likely. But not impossible either, but not likely. Orupe. It's got to be able to show the proper love and gratitude. 4-2 Stars.
on that line. And you saw all players involved in that play working hard. And so often DeBoer has talked about the importance of the effort.
But this easily could have been a 4-0 game. And then if that happens, then maybe Seattle, even though they're at home in game 6, they lose a little bit of confidence. And then Dallas wins in Seattle in 6. So just the fact that they fought and got to 2 is good for the psyche and the psychology and the mental side of it. You know, it's not over yet. I mean, I think there's possible we could maybe get 1 more goal, but 2 might be asking too much. Especially the flow of this third period hasn't suggested we're even going to get good quality shots on goal here. Uh-oh, fuck. See, look at that. Game 5 winner, an all-time series record, 228 and 61. 79% of the time, whoever wins Game 5 wins a series. And that's the same on the NBA side as well. But at least that, I was realistic with it. And like I said, I'm not going to be right with my predictions all the time, but a lot of times I feel I am. I'm pretty locked and loaded. Hence, assisted by Joe Valesky and Robertson. 11:23 in the third period. Dallas 4-2 in the third period.
Robertson down low. You see hits coming in. He reads. They still have possession. So jumps down to make sure that he's in a good passing option and delivers on the goal.
Oh, wow. Look at point leaders right at the top for Hintz. 7:19 left in the third period. Now, it's not completely over yet, but I want to see effort. I want to see us keep fighting here. Good save by Ottinger. Wow.
It's always the ultimate compliment. We talk about the Joey description, but I think these Dallas Stars players also know that they are playing in front of a very special goaltender who's been able to rise to the.
And sometimes that playoff experience, ends up willing a team a little bit further than the inexperienced team that is like, kind of like, we're happy to be here and we're humble about it, but we still are hungry. But obviously the lack of, experience sometimes is a team's downfall. Just like Sacramento Kings were the top 3 team in the West all year with Denver, right? And with the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis couldn't even beat the Lakers. They fell apart. But Sacramento took it all the way to 7 games with the Warriors, but just couldn't find a way to win at the end. And that experience factor was really the deciding factor in that Kings-Warriors series. Facts. Faceoffs won. 5 for 9 for Joe. God, he's good. 7 minutes left. Come on, Kraken. I mean, if we can get 2 goals in a span of a minute, 32 minutes like we did in the second period, and go to OT, anything is possible. But Dallas is just so locked in right now. Before the game, third period. Before, how I feel now. Fuck. Come on, baby. 6:48 to go. Come on, Kraken. I mean, we can just keep the puck on this side of the zone would be fantastic. And sometimes you can just watch a team and it just feels flat. You know what I mean? Like there's certain times where goals come out of nowhere, which we've seen that happen. But sometimes when you watch a team, this not being as aggressive, maybe getting a little bit tired, a little bit fatigued, and being on the road. I mean, it's a lot to battle on the mental side of things too. 6 minutes to go. And that's a crazy record. 35 plus wins, 0 losses, 2 ties. They've never lost in the playoffs or in the regular season, the Stars, when they've been ahead going into the third period. That is crazy. I mean, I knew they were good in that scenario, but not that good. That's unbelievable.
We talked earlier, for them it is that speed, and then thinking about that north-south game, and they probably looking for a few more stretch passes to gain the offensive zone. They do have the ability to stretch the zone. That often does support low first, and then you can start to look for those stretch passes and move the puck with speed.
Way out of the corner. Deep. Schultz with a shot blocked by Eastman. Onto without his stick momentarily. He gets help from Sue to get it back. And Seattle will have to reset the neutral zone.
Nice shot by young player Ty Cartier.
Come on, baby.
Everly looking for Cartier. Full spin as he settles the puck. But here's centers in the region of Everly. Guided away by Johnston. At the line by Susie. Handle the shot. Ben chips it for Johnston. Ben bounce over the red line with the puck. Ben driving, shooting, blocked. Beers gets to it.
The Donoff was flying to the net too, looking a little open. Couldn't quite find him.
4:51 to go. Larson gains the red line and dumps it in. Out of the corner, Windler with a chance. For the save. And no rebound from the Stars netminder. 4:30 remaining. Rope hits, providing some insurance.
Rope.
His second of the night. They give the Stars a 4-2 lead.
4-2 lead still. Come on, Kraken. Keep believing. Oh, the two overtime losses. Okay, I didn't. The graphic came up so quick. So they have two losses and no ties. Then maybe I just read the graphic wrong. Thank you. They have not lost in regulation after leading after two. Good. 2 in OT losses. Unbelievable. Golly. Well, I know game 6, we'll be able to bounce back, but fuck.
I chose my Smart Cash Plus card with Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy.
Oh, brutal.
Power adapts to meet my business needs, and I reinvest my 2% cash back to help grow our business with new products like our tabletop masa mill. My Spark card helps me fulfill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. What's in your wallet? Yeah, kind of thought I had the aisle, but
Popcorn, bundle and save.
Nuts and popcorn and savings. Just like bundling your whole car with Kraken.
yeah, in fact, hot nuts are like home insurance.
I get it. The deco explained it briefly.
Oh, I know you.
Yeah, Ryan.
The guy who helped me bundle my home and car is great.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
Probably better than something else.
Okay.
See how much you could save by bundling with Cacao. I mentioned earlier that there have been some chatter about Jason Robertson with only 1 point in the first 4 games of this series. Well, he's dispelled that tonight. 3 assists in his third career multi-point game in the playoffs.
Well, of course, expectations for a player who scored 46 goals in the regular season, but tonight's been an indication of how smart he is. And for so often finding the trailer, the late man into the zone. So that's just a representation of how smart he is. He can find those areas, find the players that are over on the ice. Exceptional hockey IQ.
Yeah, Jason has been very good today.
Scoring goals, but
Best game of the series for him. Oh, big hit.
beautiful, smart decisions.
Done with a big decleating hit on the glass. 4:19 left.
Robertson to the loose puck and he lifts it to the red line. And here's Ottawa. Quick re-entry there. Seattle in the middle of the change. Still plenty of time for the Kraken.
3:50 to go.
Now this is going to make it tough. You see one player on the push check, and you've got your other 2 forwards higher in the zone, try to prevent Seattle from gaining any entries.
Wins, loss, overtime loss. Period. Yeah. But I mean, going into this matchup, being on the road, you have, it was going to take a game 3 effort to win this game, and I didn't see that happening. There it is. There's another goal in the empty net. It's over. Yeah, but we weren't expected to win this game anyway, so I mean, at least for me. 5-2 Stars. Great shot. Tough. Oxa. Three minutes to go. No worries. Appreciate you, man. Five 2 Stars. But it's not like Seattle can have a game like this in Game 6 and bounce back. It's just really what are we going to be able to do in Game 7? We play like this, obviously, there's no chance. Two minutes to go. Hoxa, unassisted, 16:43 in the third period. 5-2 Stars. Appreciate you, bro. Minute 24 to go. 5-2 Stars. Wow, 78%. Game 5s are very critical. $30 seconds to go. Odin in the building. Yeah, not good for us here, but I kind of expected. I expected us to lose, so I'm not like shocked. You know, this is kind of how the game I thought would be played out, honestly. I was hoping that the score would be a little closer, but it's kind of what I expected. And what I expect Seattle to win by a score similar to like this on Game 6. So, nice win for them. Final score, Dallas Stars 5, Seattle Kraken 2. Dallas leads 3-2 in the series. Game 6 in Seattle in a few days. Tough. Oh, tough loss for the Kraken, but kind of what I expected. So, well, I appreciate you guys very, very much. Like I said, I'm going to try to spend some time with Paisley and eat some food and try to reflect on this loss, and hopefully things get a little bit better. Shout out to Sarah and Odin, Dusk, all of y'all, Preston in the building as well as obviously we know a few of Megan and a few of y'all doing the big things for us. Vampire in the building, Matt in the building. Appreciate that. And shout out to Reflect for holding it down also with the donos today as well. You guys are the best. I love you, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And we'll be back tomorrow, either for the Warriors and Lakers game 6, but more than likely we'll do the Dodgers and the Padres tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And we'll be back tomorrow. So I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Orion, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.